What's the word, man? Welcome to another dope show of one of the dopest shows on YouTube where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar Dog. Listen, we got some fire topics for y'all tonight, and actually, we got a lot of topics for y'all tonight. And I'm so happy to be back. So happy to be back into my chair, my room, and everything. I went to the podcast summit this weekend, and it was dope. Shout out to David Shands, man. Threw together a phenomenal podcast summit. Was able to see guys like Eric Thomas. Y'all know ET. If you want it as bad as you can breathe. There were so many different people that you guys may know on a regular basis that you see on YouTube, that you see on your Instagram algorithms, that you see on your TikTok algorithms. A ton of people out there, and I also connected and kicked it with a lot of people out there as well, and got a lot of contacts too. And shout out to my boy DJ Hamp, dog. Shout out to my boy DJ Hamp, bro. I was able to see my dog in person, man. Got to kick it with him. Dope dude, solid dude, man. It's real talk. A lot of solid things. One thing I can say before we get into it, invest in yourself, man. No matter if it's big or small, invest in yourself because you never know who you may meet and you never know who you may run into. And one of the biggest things, and one tip for you, anybody, you don't go to summits or these big events to meet the big names. You go to meet the people that are more so on your level or just a little bit higher or a little bit lower, because guess what? There are a lot of gems that you may not even get from the people that's way up here that you can get for the people that's just right next to you, the ones that's sitting next to you, listening to the summit as well. They're getting information, and you can get information from them too. So that's one thing. So the next time you decide you want to go to a summit, you want to go to a networking event, network with the people that's right next to you. Network with the people that you're walking by. Don't focus on trying to meet the big names. That's cool if you do. If you're able to get questions answered from the big names, dope. But trust me, there are other people in there. There's a lot of value in that room. It doesn't necessarily mean they got to be the ones that's on the stage. All right. So cool, man. So let's go ahead and get into these topics for tonight, dog. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. You feel me? Let's get to it.
So my husband decided to drain our joint bank account and leave me after so much controversy on my videos. So on my main page, I made a video about how I didn't want to cook breakfast for my husband because I didn't want to go out of my way from making scrambled eggs to making a fried egg for him. And I said that he could do it himself. I don't cook for my husband. I never have, and I'm not going to be starting today. I'm sorry. I guess he got, wind of the videos, and yeah, he drained our bank account, and he has told me that I have to leave. At first, I thought he was the one that's going to be gone and that I was going to be able to stay here, but he returned and he said that I need to pack up my things and go. I told him absolutely not because I have children, and me and my children are not going to be in the street. So I told him that he has to evict me. And the one that gave him this idea of leaving me was his birth giver. Yes. His mother was the one that gave him the grand idea to leave me after 15 years. It's honestly ridiculous and disgusting that this is even happening right now.
Okay. So I got two different angles I want to look at this from, because I can see it from both sides. I'm being objective when I say this. I'm not bashing women. I got to see it from both sides here. So on the man's side, I understand, just because, hey, listen, I'm just asking you, I don't like my eggs scrambled, but I do like them fried. But since you're already on the stove, hey, can you do that for me real quick? Can you bust that open for me real quick? As your wife, why not? It ain't that big of a deal, regardless if he hasn't asked you that before. It's your husband. Because of the fact that he don't necessarily ask you all the time, you should be even more inclined to do it. Just like, you know what? I got you, babe. I'll go ahead and knock that out for you real quick. Whether you want to or not, you should still be more inclined to do it, right? On the flip side, I gotta say it. On the flip side of things, I understand her point of view, because, like, bro, why are you asking me to do this for you or cook for you, and I've never cooked for you, but all of a sudden it's an issue now. What you talking about? Now you draining bank accounts. Now you trying to kick me and the kids out. Come on, homie. So I get both angles. This is where the communication has to come in. I don't know who's influenced her, who's influencing him. They both have some issues that they need to communicate with each other, regardless if it's something that she's never done for 15 years. That doesn't mean that she can't start to learn how to start doing that for her husband just because. And mind you, hold up. Why aren't you cooking for your husband? Why aren't you cooking for him? That's your husband, right? For 15 years and you ain't cooking for him? Why? Whether you cooking the meals, like, where have we have gotten to a point where now you're just cooking for the kids, you're not cooking for the king of the castle? Where they do that at? I need more context. He must work night shifts. And he must always just pick up food while he's already out or something. Because that don't make sense. 15 years and you never cook, you don't cook for him? What, is he always the one cooking or something? Like, what's really going on here? We need more context. See, shorty, you can't just come on the video like that and just sit talking about he just left you. We need more context. Because that don't sound right. That don't sound right. Something's missing. Something's missing within the context of what she's talking about. I don't think it's that cut and dry to the fact where, oh, well, all of a sudden after 15 years, he just want to up a lead because you ain't cooked for him. I think it's more to it. You know how a lot of women get when they get on here and do their story time. They always leave out the big parts. They always leave out what they did wrong. They never tell the full story, and then you never hear from the man's side. You always hear from her side, so therefore you get to this woe is me. And so, but again, I'm gonna be objective about it. I said what I said. I can see it from both sides, just based off of the information that was given. But that one side, that one side of me that wants that in between, that wants that, hey, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more context of what you're talking about, because this don't tell the story. 15 years, all of a sudden he drains the bank account and tells you to get out the house. And then you're going to blame the mom. I mean, which I'm pretty sure there's a lot of moms, a lot of boy moms out here too. So I understand that as well. But again, more context. I need more context. 100%. Listen, man, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think, bro. Listen. Let's move on to this next topic, man. These are my icebreakers here. And so this next topic is pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I'm not going to say wild, but it's something that's being talked about. So the coach for the Big Three, Nancy Lieberman, she's a coach for the Big Three, the Power. I forgot what city they're in, but it's a Big Three. It's a Big Three team that she's a coach for. I think they actually won a championship or something like that. She giving Jeff Teague some flack because he said Caitlin Clark isn't a great player. She just, you know what I'm saying? She's just good. She ain't that good. That's what came out of Jeff Teague's mouth. And so Nancy Lieberman, she had a rebuttal to that. So let's listen to it and then I'll give my thoughts. All right. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let's get to it.
You're not that good.
I love you. You weren't a great player. I don't agree with Jeff Teague, who I read something today said that, Caitlin Clark, well, she's just a good player. She's not a great player. Jeff.
He said that? She good, but she not that good.
I love you. You weren't a great player.
Wait.
Okay? You were serviceable. I know you made the All-Star team one time.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. If we're going
Joe.
if we're going to be honest, I'm happy for your career.
We won't out, Jeff, my guy. But you tripping. Caitlin's great. She got
she is great.
Okay. So we have another situation. Shout out to Jeff Teague, bro. All right. So if those of you who don't know who Jeff Teague is, if you only know who Jeff Teague is just based off of the 520 podcast, you need to do some more research. Jeff Teague was that dude coming out of Wake Forest. That's one. Don't sleep. Jeff Teague was him. Coming out of college, he was him. Had some great seasons. But pretty much I wouldn't say he fell by the wayside. He just became a role player. He was just a role player. But what we're not gonna do is disrespect Jeff Teague. That's what we're not gonna do, Nancy Lieberman. We're not gonna disrespect Jeff Teague because Jeff Teague was out there getting it. And again, if you know who Jeff Teague is, go do your research. Go watch it. They got highlights on YouTube. Go look at Jeff Teague. Yes. He was like that. We're not gonna do that. But I will say this though. Although I'm definitely on the side of Caitlin Clark being dope. She's a great ball player, but she has a lot of work. She still has a lot of work to do as a sophomore in the season, in the year, in her career. She's a sophomore in the WNBA. She still has a long way to go. And considering the fact of where she's at now to where she's going to be, if she continues to just keep her head down and keep pushing forward and keep grinding, yeah, she ain't that good yet. Hear me out. For those of you who aren't listening, pay attention to what I'm saying. Considering where her potential is and where she will be in the next 5 to 7 years, compared to now, she ain't that good. I didn't say she's not good. I didn't say that she ain't no hooper. I didn't say that she couldn't ball. I didn't say that. I said compared to where she is right now, year 2 in the WNBA, compared to the next 5 to 7 years to where she will be, it's going to be like night and day. You're going to be like, bruh, the second year you was trash compared to the 7-year you. That's all we saying. So I understand what Jeff Teague is saying. I get that because y'all know every time somebody got to say something bad about a woman, here comes somebody else. Oh, you wasn't even that good. Nancy, sit down somewhere, dog. Nancy Lieberman, I get it. You're a coach for the big 3. You feel as if you won a championship. Great. That's a dope thing. Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. Matter of fact, congratulations. But what we not gonna do is throw smut on Jeff Teague's name like that. Nah. We ain't doing that, shorty. You got to sit down with that one. You got to sit down with that because Jeff Teague was like that regardless of what you talking about. Shit, Caitlin Clark couldn't beat Jeff Teague today. If we comparing the two, Caitlin Clark today cannot beat Jeff Teague in where he's at right now. Not even in his prime. And so listen, bro. So listen, y'all better start putting respect on people's name, bro. Start putting respect on people's name, bro. Am I tripping? Am I out of pocket? Am I the one that's glazing? No Diddy? Because my hoopers, tell me if I'm tripping. Tell me if I'm out of pocket. I'm for sure I'm not, but just tell me if I'm wrong. All right? But y'all let me know in the comments, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure y'all hit that bell notification, man. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description. So let's go to this next topic, man. Listen, we got a lot of icebreakers. And here's the thing. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these icebreakers just because they're icebreakers. You know what I'm saying? It's something to get us going, get the blood flowing. You know, it's kind of like a warm-up before you get to the actual game. You feel me? So this one here isn't a video, but it's something old that went viral a long time ago. And it's something that just kind of came across my feed on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I thought it was something that I should be, even though it's old, I still want to talk about it. And I think it's still relevant to today and what's going on in actual culture. All right. So yeah, you know what? We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit that bell notification if you want to support the channel. Link is in the description. So this topic right here is not a video, but it was a meme that it came across my feed. When Chris Tucker's family found out he was making $20 million a year, they quit their jobs. He told them, no, I'm rich. Y'all better get your jobs back. Now, before I dive in, I want to ask y'all something, chat. If you made $20 million and your family told you, yeah, we quit our jobs, what y'all doing? Are you going to say bet it up? I got you, or are you gonna say, you know what? Nah, y'all better get y'all jobs back, or y'all gonna pull the same move Chris Tucker did? Because here's the thing, and this is why I still think this is relevant. There was just a video with Tyler Perry saying that he fired his auntie. Y'all remember that, right? When he was on the Kirk Franklin podcast and he said that he fired his auntie. Here's the thing. Listen, I agree 110% with Chris Tucker on that. And as well as Tyler Perry. And the reason I agree with that is because, for one, regardless if you believed in the situation, now it's not, you don't have, well, what's the word? What's the term that I'm looking for? Well, what's the term for? What's the term? It's when you oh my God, it just slipped my mind. Oh my fucking God, I forgot. Anyway, first and foremost, let me say this again. I'm not taking care of everybody. I'm not finna take entitlement. God damn, why I couldn't think of that word. Entitlement. That's what the word I was looking for. A lot of, especially, listen, if it happens in your community too, you know, the white community, Hispanic community, whatever, I can only speak from what I know, right? But I know a lot of our black people, they got these entitlement issues. When one black person make it in their family, they think that they the ones that made it too, and they think that they're supposed to bring you up with them. Nah, I'm not just gonna be handing you no money, bro. Now, what I will do, I will offer you a job based off of your skills and based off of where I think that you would best fit and where you would thrive. Now, listen, I need you to get a job, but what you're not finna do is quit your job and think you finna just lean on me, and I'm just gonna keep throwing you money, and you expecting it just because, oh, we family, we blood, look after blood. No, I'm gonna look after you. I'm gonna give you a job though, and you're gonna have to work for this money. I'm not just finna start throwing you bread just because now all of a sudden you feel like I got $20 million and you think that it's okay that you can start asking me for money. Because guess what? It's just like those cats. Those stray cats, you feed it once, them hoes gonna keep coming back. They'll keep coming back. And then eventually they live in your house. Nope. You gonna get a job. I will find different departments for you. I will create new opportunities and jobs for you that you can thrive in, and I'll pay you that way. And next thing you can say, yeah, hey, I work for my cousin, my brother, or whomever you may be that's related to me. That's what I would do. But I'm not, if I get $20 million, I'm not gonna just be throwing you money. You're crazy as hell. You crazy. If you are in my inner circle, if I don't talk to you on a daily basis, I'm not finna just be throwing you no bread just because you know me, bro. What you think this is? It don't work like that. Nope. I will create an opportunity for you. I will create a job for you so that way you can work. Now, I may pay you a little bit more than what I would pay somebody that I don't know, just simply because you're family, but you ain't just finna get the money. You have to work for this. Just like I did, just like I had to put forth the work and effort, because I'm telling you, when this channel blows the fuck up and I'm making bread and y'all see me up here stacking, listen, I'm not just gonna be throwing you bread. You might well get it out your head right now. Don't start thinking, oh, he blow up, man. Listen, I'm gonna be asking him up. No, you ain't. I'm telling you, block. Block. Soon as you ask, hey, bro, man, listen. Hey, look, they hit you one of these joints right here. Bloop, 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 bloop. Number that is. Well, I ain't talking to these niggas in a minute. Hold on. But like, hello? Yo, what's going on, cuz? Hey, yo, what's good with it, big dog? What's up? What's up with you? How you feeling? Man, I'm good, man. Listen, man. I've been seeing you on that YouTube, man. You know, I've been seeing you. You've been blowing up, man. I've been seeing you out there. I've been seeing your videos, man. I've been seeing you on Instagram, bro. I've been seeing you all over the place, bro. I want to say I'm proud of you, bro. Hey, man, you know what, bro? I appreciate you, fam. I appreciate you. But what's good though? What's good? What's popping though? Yeah, man. So the reason for me calling, man, is like I know you been blowing up. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I just, I've been supporting you. You know what I'm saying? I've been sitting back. I've been supporting you. I've been like, yeah, bro, that's my cousin right there. Like that's cousin right there, man. I'm telling you, he big dog. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here, you know what I'm saying, showing love to you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I'm telling everybody go subscribe to your channel. Telling everybody go, hey, look, hey man, go show love. Go show love. I was like, hey, listen, fam. Like I appreciate you, dog. Like that's what's up, man. That's love. I appreciate you. But yeah, though, man, the reason for me calling you, bro, is because listen, man, I normally don't do this, bro. Like on some real shit, I really don't do this. But been kind of the last few months been kind of crazy for me, man. Shit, just the other day, I just lost, you know what I'm saying? I just lost my job. But you know what I'm saying? I've been, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through a couple of interviews right now. And so, man, I got the car note, man. And then, of course, I got them child support payments that I still got to pay for. And you know what I'm saying? I was just hoping, bro. Like, I was just hoping, bro, that you can at least, can you spot me? Can you spot me some cash, bro? Like, all right, bet. How much you need, fam? Like, what you talking? How much you need? Man, shit. Man, if I can, listen, bro. Listen, man. I normally don't do this. I normally don't do this, bro. But if you can spot me about 15, man, everything could be straight, bro. And I'll be Gucci, bro. 15? What you mean, like $15? Nah, man, I'm talking about like 1,500. 1,500? You talking about for all your, for what now? Man, shit, I'm kind of behind on my child support payment, bro. And then, goddamn, I still gotta buy the car because my car been fucking up. That be in the shop, you feel me? And so now I gotta get that shit out the shop. Then I gotta pay the child support because baby mom over there tripping. And then on top of that, bro, I still gotta make sure that I pay my rent coming up because my rent about to come up in the next few days here, bro. So I just want to make sure I'm straight, make sure all my bills taken care of and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of foreload me and help me get tired, getting this new gig, bro. Because like I said, bro, I've been doing these interviews. You know what I'm saying? I got 2 interviews coming up next week. I got one on Monday, then I got another one on Wednesday, bro. So real talk, I should have a job by next Thursday. Real talk, bro. Oh, word. All right, bro. I feel it. Man, let me get back to you on that, bro. Hey, bro. Yeah, cool, bro. If you can, bro. Can you let me know by the end of the day, bro? So I can see, you know what I'm saying, how to move or what I need to be doing. All right, bro. I got you, bro. I'll let you know something. All right, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Like, hey, but for real, man, keep doing your thing, though, bro. I'm back here watching. All right, bro. All right. Block. Block. Off the phone. Nope. But I ain't heard from you in about 3-4 years. All of you talking about, man, I've been telling people to subscribe. You ain't even text me, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. Now all of a sudden you see me you see some traction going. Now you want to call me, hit me up and ask me about some money. Boy, if you don't get out of my face, get out of my face, dog. You crazy as hell. Get up out my face. Am I tripping, y'all? Chat, am I tripping? Let me know if I'm tripping, because listen. Nope, block. Listen, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. Because hit the bell notification. And listen, if you want to support the channel, man, the link is in the description. So listen, bro. Let's go to our last icebreaker of the day before we get into the thick of things. Fam. California. Oakland, California. Boy. Gavin Newsom got him out there going crazy, family. Gavin Newsom got him out there acting wild out there in California, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, y'all about to be as flabbergasted as me. They got people out there tweaking. You hear me? I don't know what California doing, but they better get a grip. They better get a grip, bro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let's get to it.
You want me to go to jail? You want me to go to jail?
I beg your pardon.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Look what she got on. Look what she got on, bro. I know you lying to me. What up, one-on-one? What up, one-on-one war?
For that little shit y'all did, y'all gonna die.
Oh no, I gotta mute it. I don't want no copyright. Look at this. Fam. Fam. It's just going in there fucking up the whole store. The entire store, bro. What she got on, dog? Where's she coming from? Where's she coming from to go in the store like that? See, this is what I'm talking about. This right here, that's a subgroup. That's a subgroup that I would not identify myself with at all. That's a subgroup I would not identify myself with at all. Look at that. That's spectrum. That's that down the hall kid. That's that down the hall kid. You know that down the hall kid where, you know, when you was in elementary school and when your teacher used to get y'all in line and y'all had to walk down the hall to go to the bathroom when y'all was going to lunch or something, and then you got that other group that was in the line, but everybody was a little bit different than everybody else. And they always go to that one room. And then from time to time, if you walk by, you always hear like just kind of random ass noises in those classrooms. Oh!
I beg your pardon.
And you know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? Then like you walking by or you be in classroom, y'all taking the test, and then you hear one of these joints down the hall, you just hear a crazy ass noise go down the hall like this.
Germs are running.
Fam, that's what, yep, that right there. 100%. 100%. That's what that was. That's probably what she was. That's probably the classroom that she was in. Look at this. Just messing up shit. Big got on house shoes. Yeah, I'm body shaming. Yep, I am. So what? You shouldn't be wearing that out. I don't care who you are. You shouldn't be wearing. Look at this. Look. She got 2 Dunlaps. One in the front and one on the side. And there's about to be a third one on the back. Bro, that is crazy. That is crazy, bro. I don't know, man. But Oakland ain't a real place. Oakland ain't a real place, bro. Oakland is not a real place, dog. I don't know what they got going on over there in California, bro. I just know I'm gonna stay away. Now I know I ain't going to Oakland for no reason. You want to go to Oakland, Courtney? Nope. I'm good. I go somewhere else in California. I ain't going to Oakland. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell, my boy. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. Let me know what y'all thinking. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. And so that is it for the icebreakers, bro. That is it for the icebreakers, bro. Man. Let's read this comment real quick. One-on-one war. What is the topic today? We got several different topics today, man. So lock in. We got several different topics today. And of course, you know, we got the main topic with Sha'Carri Richardson, but we gonna get there though. We gonna get there, dog. We gonna get there, my boy. But first, before we do, I have to get with this topic. I said I'm gonna start doing a little bit more local topics as well. What's going on in my city, in Arizona too. Because yeah, shit be popping off over here. You know what I'm saying? If I'm in Arizona, why not be, if I'm gonna be the top dog in Arizona, why not talk about what's going on in Arizona? You feel me? Makes sense, right? You feel me? So I want to go ahead and get into this other topic. I want to get into this topic tonight. What's going on in Arizona, right? There is this little girl who tried to escape before she was allegedly off by her father and his girlfriend. Little kid off by the father and his girlfriend. So let's get the full story and then we'll get into it. All right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description, dog. Let's get to it.
Good evening. Tonight, our investigation into the death of 10-year-old Rebecca Baptiste continues.
We have obtained new records detailing interviews police did with the two murder suspects as Rebecca was fighting for her life in the hospital.
She died July 30th, and her father and his girlfriend have been charged in her death. We want to warn you, the details in this story are sickening. 12 News journalist Bianca Bono is here with us. And Bianca, these documents are just so tough and so hard to read.
Incredibly difficult. And it really shows that this case is an all hands on deck for law enforcement up in northeastern Arizona. The report details Rebecca's numerous attempts to run away, likely trying to escape the horrific abuse she was allegedly facing. They also show that her father and his girlfriend initially denied knowledge of her injuries. This 36-page Navajo County Sheriff's Office report lays out just some of the unimaginable circumstances Rebecca Baptiste faced before she was killed, and the alleged monstrous actions by her father and his girlfriend. 12 News obtaining documents detailing the interviews investigators conducted with Richard Baptiste and
Hold on, let me go back. Let me see if I can find something. Through the use of Hercule, the following supplement was generated with the assistance of artificial intelligence. I have reviewed several details. July 12th, approximately 2313. Sergeant Bill, detective conducted Navajo Sergeant. Okay, nothing there.
Baptiste and Anicia Woods after the 10-year-old girl was found unresponsive.
She ran away for the third time in a week in the desert, and when the neighbor found her in a wash, she was unresponsive completely.
So for those of y'all who don't know what a wash is, so a wash is out here in Arizona typically. It's where a water reservoir used to be. It's where the water typically runs through. So like if it rains, like when it's monsoon season out here, that shit gets flooded and it becomes damn near like a little lake, like a little river. And so, but when it dries up, it's just sand. It's just sand, and it's just really soft sand because that's where water was at one point. So it's just really soft sand. A lot of people go there. That's where a lot of people go off-roading and shit back there. So that shit can go far. That shit can go deep. I've done it a couple of times with a couple of people, but that's actually what a wash is. So it's like it's almost kind of like a ditch, but it can be just basically a dried up lake. That's all it is, a dried up lake.
Initial 911 call on July 27th came from Woods, claiming a neighbor found Rebecca unresponsive after she had run away. These records reveal it was not Rebecca's first time trying to escape. Before moving to live in a tent in rural Apache County, the Baptiste family lived in Phoenix. Woods said she met Baptiste when the two worked together at a call center and had been together for 4 years.
Wait, hold the fuck on. Anisha told investigators Richard is the father of 4 children from a previous relationship with 10 years, 8 years, 6 year, 3-year-old has been out of the picture for the past 3 years due to a drug abuse and abandonment. And Richard now has full custody of blank, 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 and blank was stopped by the foster family they were placed with. Anisha informed us that her and Richard first met at a call center in Phoenix. But what's up with y'all? These call centers, boy, called Maximus, where they work together. They have been together for 4 years and lived together for most of that time. Anisha described their living situation in Phoenix, where they rented a 2-bedroom apartment. She mentioned that blank had behavioral issues. She advised a psychiatrist named Unknown Last that works at Terras, a mental health facility, was leaning towards, I guess.
Years. During that time, she said Baptiste had at least 5 DCS caseworkers assigned to their family. Shortly before moving out of Phoenix, she said Rebecca jumped out of a window in their apartment in an attempt to run away. On July 5th, the family moved into a yurt tent in the desert of Concho, Arizona, with no electricity or running water. Woods said Rebecca would try to escape 3 more times, with the last being the day she was rushed to the hospital, allegedly trying to find another adult to go live with. Woods claimed each time Rebecca ran away, she was found dehydrated and injured, eventually becoming too weak to drink from a straw. When questioned why they never sought medical attention for the girl, Woods, who claimed to previously work as a nurse, said, "I decided she would be fine, but she wasn't."
Unresponsive, unconscious, and unable to breathe for herself.
Records show Baptiste and Woods initially claimed they didn't know about Rebecca's injuries, alleging they must have been due to a possible fall in a wash after she ran away. But when Rebecca was flown to Phoenix Children's Hospital, doctors uncovered evidence of sustained torture, a severe brain bleed, missing hair and toenails, burn marks, and bruises and lacerations all over her body. In an interview with her father, police said he showed little to no emotion after he was pressed by police. He admitted to striking her with a belt, claiming it was punishment for running away. He admitted to using excessive force, but denied responsibility for the head trauma. Investigators learned that before calling 911 for help, as Rebecca was unresponsive, Baptiste and Woods changed her clothes. Police say after searching their tent, bloody clothing was found.
And when Baptiste and Woods were asked by police what their punishment should be, Woods said maybe some jail time, and Baptiste said he didn't deserve to be a father. Both face first-degree murder charges, with more charges possible and likely. We're live in studio. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Fam. One thing about me, bro, I got a soft spot for children. I do. I have a soft spot for children, bro. Missing toenails, bleeding, head injuries from a wash. Now, mind you, the wash can be dangerous for little children. But you talking about missing toenails, dehydration, and on top of that, the father had a recent past of drug abuse and abandonment. Fam, I don't care. Listen. I don't care how bad your kid is. Now, of course, there's a threshold. There's a threshold, of course, but there is no reason, absolutely no reason, for you to harm a little kid. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Yes, that means on their behind, and that's it. Not on their face, not around their neck, not their hands, not the bottom of their legs, not their feet, none of that. On their backside, their butt, where they sit, on their butt, you spank them, not because they weren't talking, not because they were talking about, but when they actually needed, not just hitting them just because they're getting on your nerves, not just hitting them just because you just feel that you're irritated or you're angry or you just, this kid talks to, whatever the case. It needs to be a full-on reason. I look at it as escalation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, look, I told you once to stop doing that. So therefore, first things first, it's a warning. Second time, I'm taking some away. Third time, I got to spank you. Third time, I got to put that belt on your behind because we're going to nip this in the bud. Because this is not going to be an ongoing issue. No, we're going to nip it in the bud right here. And that's a little kid. And from the looks of it, I think she's probably anywhere between the age of 6 to 8. Come on, dog. You a grown ass man. You tell me you can't control an 8-year-old. You telling me you can't control a 7-year-old? You telling me you can't control a 6-year-old? That's what you telling me? There's no reason a little child should be harmed in that way. There's no reason at all. You are supposed to be your child's safe place. Yep, you are the one that's supposed to be the disciplinarian as well. But your child should feel safe in their own home. They should feel safe in their own home, not you harming them. What? So now in my head, I think the kid was trying to run away to get away from them because they was treating her. They weren't treating her right, beating her and shit like that, allegedly. Now this little girl has lost her life, and hey, life barely started for her, and she lost it. And this is why a lot of people don't deserve to have children. And no, this isn't for that my body, my choice shit, but there's other ways. Go find them another home, bro. Go find them another place. There's no reason a child should be in a situation like that, dog. There's no reason. What you hitting on somebody? Why are you hitting on a little kid like that?
9:47 p.m.
What are we talking about? Why are you hitting on a little kid like that? Make it make sense. That shit crazy, bro. They need to put him and her under the jail. Both of them under the jail. Real talk. Under the jail. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure y'all hit that bell notification, dog. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. So I want to go ahead and go to this. I want to go ahead and go to the next topic of the night. Speaking of kids, 17-year-old was arrested in New York and shot 3 other teenagers in the process. I don't know what's going on with y'all kids today, bro, but some gotta shake. So I'm gonna play 2 different versions of the video, 2 different angles of the video. It's crazy. It's just crazy. And it happened in Times Square in New York. So we're gonna get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let's get to it.
Drawer, Janae, a summer night turning into chaos after police say gunfire erupted following a fight between 2 teenagers, but certainly playing out in the middle of tourist crowds. We've got some new video coming in this morning where you can see all of this chaos playing out, people running for cover again in one of the busiest intersections in America. By the way, drawing hundreds of thousands on any given day. It happened around 1:30 this morning. Police say a 17-year-old got into an argument with a 19-year-old.
Why is a 17-year-old out at 1 a.m, bro? What is a 17-year-old doing out that late? Why isn't this 17-year-old in the fucking house? What are you doing down there in Times Square at 1 in the fucking morning? What are you doing? Where are your parents at? Let me guess. You got a single mom. Sorry, single mothers. I could be wrong. I can be wrong, but based off of statistics, based off of what we already know, what comes with being a single mother, I'm calling this spade a spade. It's still an assumption because it ain't proven, but I can pretty much bet my bottom dollar that kid is being raised by a single mom, and the single mom probably worked nights.
And then pulled the trigger. That 19-year-old was hit in the foot, a 65-year-old man in the leg, an 18-year-old woman grazed in the neck, all in stable condition this morning and at the hospital. This video we're getting in shows medics helping one of the wounded. Police on the scene for hours overnight. They say a firearm was also recovered. We know that charges are pending against the 17-year-old, and officials are warning that even a personal dispute that plays out in public can put countless others in danger.
Sure can. Morgan Norwood with those breaking.
Let me play the other part of this.
My competitors think I have a 10-person team, but in reality, I'm just one guy with an AI employee. When you're a solo founder, the job titles stack up fast. You're the CEO.
dispute ends with shots fired in Times Square this morning. A suspect is in custody and 3 people are in the hospital suffering bullet wounds. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis is live in Times Square with more. Marcus, good morning again.
Good morning, Tony. And many of the individuals involved, teenagers, both the suspect, the victims, all this taking place in the heart of Times Square, 44th Street and 7th Avenue early this morning. So it was around 1:20 when police responded to a call of shots fired here in Times Square. Apparently a 17-year-old and a 19-year-old were having some sort of dispute, and then the gunfire rang out. 3 people shot, including that 19-year-old who was involved in the dispute. He was struck in the foot. An 18-year-old woman was grazed in the neck, and then a 65-year-old man was struck in the thigh. All 3 taken to Bellevue Hospital. They are in stable condition. The injuries not considered life-threatening. Again, this happening in busy Times Square. As you can hear sirens going by now. It's never quiet here, but at that time, it sent people running.
People were just saying there's shots fired, yeah. And then everybody started running, then all the cops started running up. When we heard the shots, we thought it was fake. We're from Chicago, so but we heard the fireworks or not the fireworks, the shots, and we thought it was fireworks. And then we heard everyone talking, everyone running, and we knew it was serious.
Well, we definitely know the demographic of who was shooting. We definitely know the demographic of who was shooting. We definitely know the demographic.
That 17-year-old was taken into custody here at the scene. Police say they have recovered a gun, and charges against that teen are pending.
Listen, fam. Y'all got to get more control. Y'all got to get more control of y'all kids. Single moms. Y'all got to get more control of y'all children. Y'all got to get more control of y'all teenagers. You should have let them go with the father a long time ago. And if that man ain't in your life, you should have vetted properly. Or what you could have been doing, you know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna get into it because then I'm gonna go on a whole diatribe. I ain't gonna do it. The kid going to jail. Now he may not be going, Now he may not be going for long. Because you know what I'm saying? He didn't kill nobody, but definitely attempted. Definitely attempted. He probably won't get tried he definitely going to adult jail. He's 17. He getting tried as an adult for sure. Y'all got to do better, man. The community got to do better. You got to start paying more attention to your children. Pay more attention to your children, dog. You got to. Because these YNs getting crazy out here. They getting wild. You out at 1 a.m. as a 17-year-old. Do you understand? As a 17-year-old, my parents was like, bro, you need to be going to bed. Do y'all not realize, bro, I had a curfew at 17 years old. 17 years old, I had a curfew. And I ain't talking about a curfew about being back in the house. I had a curfew to go to bed at 17. My parents set a they set pretty much literally from, I think it started from middle school, a curfew. Yeah, so I had a curfew from since I started school. I had a curfew. But it went up every year. Every grade that I went up, my curfew time got extended. So everything from when I was a youngin' all the way up to, I believe, my eighth grade year in middle school, I had to be in bed by 8:30. No cap. I had to be in bed by 8:30. Now, did I go to sleep right at 8:30? Nah, so of course, just in the bed until I just fell asleep. So I will probably naturally fall asleep about 9:30 or so. But I had to be in bed at 8:30. That means in the bed, lights off, under the covers, 8:30. Now, once I got into high school, so this is around when I'm like 14, maybe, like around 14, going on 15. 9th grade year. So my curfew then went from 8:30 to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, gotta be in bed. 9 o'clock, gotta be in bed. From 9th grade to 10th grade, it went from 9 to 9:30. And then from my 10th grade year to my 11th grade year, it went from 9:30 to 10, I think like 10 o'clock. Gotta be in bed by 10. As a junior in high school, as a junior, had to be in bed by 10 o'clock. Now, of course, around this time we had cell phones. After 9 o'clock, you be on the phone with your shorty or whomever you're home, because after 9 o'clock here, hey, you got the celly, like, hey, shit, you know what I'm saying? You just be on the phone. You got to be in bed at 10. So by this time, your parents probably see. So now I'm just on the phone. I'm on the phone kicking. Like, hey, man, what's good, man? You chilling? Yeah. You ready to see me tomorrow? Yeah. Like, whatever the case. Same thing. Then my 12th grade year, my curfew went from 10:30 to 11. I had to be in bed by 11 o'clock on my senior year of high school. 11 o'clock. Yep, 11 o'clock on the school night. That was my latest. It never went past that. Now, of course, again, I'll be in bed, but I wouldn't be asleep. But I was in the house. There wasn't no going outside. There wasn't no kicking it outside in the front yard. Hell, even on the weekends, my pops didn't play that either. He was like, hey, man, you ain't just going to be sitting out in the front yard. Like, if you're going to sit out in the front yard, sit on the porch. Don't be sitting out there on the curb and shit like that. Like, this ain't no hood. Like, this ain't the hood, bro. Sit on the porch. We got a porch. We got chairs. You can sit on the porch or whatever case, but don't be sitting out there on the sidewalk or sitting out there on the curb like that. Nah, bro. Parents didn't play that, man. They did not play that. Now, if I did go out, of course, again, my parents had a curfew. It's like, hey, if you going out at 7:30 or 8 o'clock, I need you back before 12. I need you back. I need you walking in this house by 12. Not 12:01, not 12:02. And this was around, so I didn't get the chance to, I think it was like 12. I think I was my senior year. That's when that happened. But anytime I went out around my junior year, sophomore year, I had to be in the house before 11. I had to be in the house before 11 o'clock. They was like, listen, I don't want you in this house after 11 o'clock. So you better be walking through that door before 11. Before 11, you good. You walk in this house after 11, we're going to have some issues. Yes, sir. And I made sure. Now, if I was going to be late and if I was going to be behind time, I always made sure I call. Hey, yo, Dad, I'm going to be a little later. So I'll probably be there around 11:10, 11:15. He wouldn't trip because guess what? I communicated it to him. But if I didn't say nothing, I just walked in the house around 11:10, 11:15. Oh, you might well cancel Christmas. I ain't going nowhere for the next couple months. For real. I ain't going nowhere for the next couple months. That's a fact. And that's what I'm saying about these parents, bro. Y'all need to get back to disciplining y'all kids, bro. Y'all gotta be more intact with y'all kids, bro. Cause these YNs out of fucking hand, bro. They out of hand, dog. I don't like it. Listen. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. So let's go to this next topic, bro. Ooh, the main topic of tonight, Miss Sha'Carri Richardson. So I done a video on this before, but that was before the video came out. So I was just speaking based off of the information I was given, in the articles and, what was read in, in Google and all that. But we got the actual footage of what she was doing. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that. All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let's get to it. Oh, let's mute it. Look, he trying to avoid it too. But hold up. The fact that she doing that shit in public, nobody's saying anything. Y'all notice I'll let it keep playing. Hold up. All in public. All in public. Now, y'all see it, right? Just look. Just look. Before I say something, just look. Look. Keep putting your hands on them. As you can see, look, she's shoving. I'm talking, she putting force behind the push. She putting force behind that push. Full extension. Full extension. Everybody looking, walking, and minding their own business. Right? Everybody minding their own business. But if that shit was the other way around, everybody and their mama gonna be over there trying to be in their business, trying to help Sha'Carri. But ain't nobody saying nothing. He trying to avoid her. He just keep walking, nonchalant. She keep shoving. She keep pushing. Now I'm telling you, if he would have turned around and gave her a Mike Tyson hook, he would be the one that's in trouble. And the thing that pisses me off the most is the fact that he's not getting. If he was to say something in regards to him being abused, if he was to say something, then he would look like the punk. And this is for all y'all ladies who always talking about men always hitting on women. Look, this is a woman hitting on a man, and he's trying to avoid her. She keep pushing. She keep poking the bear. She keep poking the bear. And a lot of times, this is what a lot of y'all do. Y'all poke the bear, y'all push, y'all slap, y'all hit, y'all kick, y'all throw shit at them. And then guess what? Everybody has their tipping point. And you just keep on tipping, that teapot. You keep on. At some point, something gonna come up out of it. At some point, something gonna come up out of it. You just keep tipping, Next thing you know, it's tipped over and shit start to come out. Next thing you know, he beating on you, he threw your head between the wash and dry. Now you crying wolf. Now you over there calling the police. Now you over there saying, "Oh, you so wrong for that. Oh, I'm so done with you. This is BS because I've been such a great woman to you. How dare you do me like this?" Shorty, you mean to tell me after all these years you putting your hands on me, slapping me, punching me, kicking me, throwing shit at me, pushing me, talking me crazy in public while all these other people watching me trying to avoid you, but you keep egging shit on, you keep poking the fucking bear, and I tell you to keep leave me the fuck alone, but you don't, but you keep on egging shit on. But then when I finally snap on you, all of a sudden it's on me. When I finally put your head between that wash and dry, all of a sudden it's on me now. It's on me. And you got this woman right here. Every fucking time, bro. Always some sort of great athlete, and they always do some stupid shit. As if the cameras ain't out there. Why you acting out in public? That's one. Why you acting out in public? All these people around here, and this is the shit that a lot of people talk about. Why you acting out? Why you gotta act out? Why you can't keep your fucking composure? Why he looked at another bitch ass? So fucking what? He looked. Ain't like he just walked off and said, "Look, I'm gonna go holler at her real quick." He just looked and kept it pushing. If that's the case, if that was the case, why does it matter? Cool, he looked. All right, that's what he gonna do. He got eyes. It ain't harming nobody. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure you look at niggas too. It is what it is. Nothing in you in the airport. There couldn't be nothing that warranted you to act the fuck out like that. There couldn't possibly be nothing for you to act out the way you acting right now. You telling me you can't keep your composure until you get behind closed doors and you can say whatever the fuck you want to say, but still keep your hands to yourself. You telling me you can't communicate effectively to the point where, you know what, let me sit down, let me gather myself, let me calm the fuck down because I'm angry as hell right now. Let me calm down. And so we can have a discussion, but you want to act out and you want to act out in public, knowing you're a public fucking figure. Didn't you just get in trouble for smoking weed a couple years ago? Just for weed. And you had to revamp yourself because, you were smoking weed and then you got your shit burnt, whatever the case. And now you revamped yourself and now you out here kicking ass. And all of a sudden you back in the media again for the wrong fucking reason, for the second time. You can't keep a fucking level head. These are the conversations that we have all the time when we talk about black women, bro. Mind you, that doesn't mean that white women aren't doing it. That doesn't mean Hispanic women aren't doing it. That doesn't mean that Indian women aren't doing it. But we're talking about a black woman right now. But we're talking about a black woman right now because you are the one that's in the media hitting people. Mind you, I know it ain't just black women because I did a video about it a couple weeks ago about a fitness influencer, another chick who was beating on her guy, and she wasn't black. So I know it ain't just all black people, but right now I'm talking about you, black women. I'm talking about you. You are the topic of discussion. So I'm gonna keep it there. You don't know how to keep your hands to yourself. You don't know how to just talk and have a conversation. You got to be violent. But then y'all call men Neanderthals. Y'all say men don't have this emotional intelligence. When if men truly didn't, if men in general didn't have emotional intelligence, I promise you, it'd be a lot more women out here fucked up than what there is today. If you want to be 100% honest, and I'm not telling men to go and hit women because I don't believe in it. No man should put their hands on a woman, and nor should a woman put her hands on a man. Regardless of how big or how strong he may be, it don't matter. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. What's up, my guy? Look at this shit, bro. I'm gonna play it back. Look at this shit. This shit's crazy. Tugging, pulling them, pushing them into shit. He ain't doing shit. He ain't reacting. He ain't doing it. He just trying to move on, bro. He's just trying to get to their terminal. They're trying to get to the gate so they can get on their flight. And she pushing. Still going. In public. In public, dog. And they get mad when men talk about black women. And mind you, I know it's not all black women. Trust me, I know this. I know. You're supposed to be the icon. Now, mind you, I get it. You're human. Things happen. You aren't perfect. But however, there are certain situations that you just got to be cognizant of. And this is one of those situations. There are a lot of young black girls who see you across this world, who look at you as an icon. Oh, that's another black girl. She's doing great things. She's running for the Olympics. She's running for America. She's running for me because I got tattoos, or I came from a place where my grandmother raised me. I look like her. She reminds me of me. And now you in the media for this shit. What's good, Tech Coach? What's good with it? Now you in the media for this bullshit because you can't keep your fucking hands to yourself. You feel me? Exactly, bro. At some point, you gotta believe it's her. You gotta believe she's the problem. At some point. I'll give y'all an example. I just saw a video. I actually should have did it as one of my quick hits today. I mean, not my quick hits, but my icebreakers. One of Halle Berry's old boyfriends said that he didn't want to date. He did not want to marry Halle Berry because he knew that she wouldn't be a good mother. He knew that she wouldn't be a good mother. Because based off of everything that the media said and all these men that Halle Berry went through, at some point you got to say, hey, bro, you might be the problem. I think you the problem. You can't sit here and tell me you this gorgeous and you telling me all these men want you. You telling me you got a plethora of men that you can get that's waiting in line for you, but you can't keep a man. Nah, I think something wrong with you, Shorty. I think there's something going on behind the scenes. I think you the problem. Just like Jada Pinkett, she's the problem. Just like Tracee Ellis Ross, she the problem. At some point, bro, at some point, it can't be the man. At some point, we got to look at it like, all right, bro. So you telling me you this old, you still can't keep a man. You this attractive, but you can't keep a man. Oh, we have 1K subs? Hey, listen. Let's get it. David Justice did, yeah, he did marry, but he was like he couldn't have kids with her because she wouldn't be a good mother. But yeah, he may have married her, but she ain't there no more. She's single now. So I mean, she may have got married, but it wasn't a success. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yes, sir. We there. we there. And this is another situation right here, man. And this is when a lot of women talk, oh, y'all don't defend black women. Listen, how can we defend y'all when y'all keep fucking up? How can black men defend you when you keep doing shit like this? Yeah, he said she couldn't cook and clean. Like, bro, don't nobody want that. Like, cool, you fine and all, but that shit get old fast. He gonna see another fine chick later who probably can cook and clean and probably can be a mother. So then, guess what? Halle Berry don't look as attractive as she once did. But that other chick who may not be as attractive as Halle Berry, but she's the mother type, she's the nurturer, she cooks, she cleans, she looks a little bit more attractive than Halle Berry now. And he's like, you know what? I don't mind. I'll take a 6.5. She, you know what I'm saying? Because she knows she's an adjustable. When she put it together, look, she'll smooth 7.5 or 8. I'll take that. And on top of that, she takes care of me, the family, the home, and all that shit. Hey, I'll rock with it. Versus this 10 over here, she don't do nothing. She's just a 10. That's it. That's all she got. One trick pony. So more the story of this shit is, bro, keep your hands to yourself, black women. And I said it again, because I know it's other women, and it ain't just black women, but because this topic is about a black woman, I'm talking to black women. Black women, keep your hands to yourself. Learn some emotional intelligence. Learn to compose yourself. Learn to have control, even if you're angry. Control your fucking self. Sit the fuck down. Walk away for a second to gather yourself, and then have an effective conversation with this person for whatever reason that you got, that whatever thing that got you upset. I get it. You're emotional. I understand it. But at some point, you got to learn to, like, you know what? Let me calm down. Because I know how I can get. I know how I am. I can snap, or I get triggered, and next thing you know, I'm throwing shit. I need to learn to have some composure. Because you look at him, he ain't doing shit. He ain't saying nothing back to her. He ain't even looking at it in her face. He's just trying to walk. He's just trying to keep it pushing. Look at it. He's just trying to keep it pushing, bro. He ain't doing nothing. He walking. Look, he trying to avoid her in his face. Trying to avoid her. Still trying to avoid her. She just keep on egging him. Keep on pushing him back. Then if he would have hit her with a Muhammad Ali hook, then guess who would have been in the media? Guess who everybody would have been championing? They would have been championing Sha'Carri Richardson. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. All black men don't protect all black women. They don't protect them. But yet they won't talk about none of the shit that's going on. They won't talk about it. Go back and look in y'all feed. Go look at how many black women are talking about this. Versus if it was another man that was doing this, I'm telling you, your entire feed will be talking about that man putting the chick's head between the wall. But they ain't talking about this, though. Wonder why. Accountability. Accountability, y'all. A motherfucking ability. You hear me? It's crazy that she's even willing to deal with the consequences. Exactly. It's wild. In the airport. All in the airport. Don't care, not a care in the world. Pushing, she probably loud too, because they ain't have the audio. She probably loud, screaming. Everybody in the damn airport can hear her. Fucking up her brand. Being stupid, because she want to be emotional. Dummy. Yup, I said it. Dummy. That's exactly what she is, a dummy. Stupid. Ignorant. Make no goddamn sense. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. And let me know if I'm tripping, if I'm out of pocket, man, let me know. But I don't think I am. I think she tripping and she fucking up her brand. Real talk. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. All right. So let's go to this next topic, man. And yeah. We're gonna, since we already on sports a little bit, we're gonna keep it going with the sport. Sha'Carri Sanders, bro. She do. Yep, she sure does. She got a screw loose. 1,000%. 1,000% she got a screw loose. Sha'Carri Sanders had his first preseason game yesterday. You know, after the summer, and he was getting a lot of flack, you know, of course, because of his dad, and you know, they wanted to make an example out of him and make this man fucking second rounder deep in the fuck. No, wasn't even a second rounder. When he got drafted, like in 5th or something like that. Way deep. And so it was almost like a charity case to draft him to the Browns. But he took that and he said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I got something for y'all. And then he came out yesterday against the Carolina Panthers, and he did his thing. He did his thing for what people were expecting. There you go. 5th round, 144 pick. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, 5th round. And to be honest, to be fair, looking at how he played yesterday, he did really well. But I'm gonna let y'all be, for those of y'all who haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna let y'all be the judges of that. And we're gonna see a couple of the highlights, and then I'll give my thoughts. All right. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let's get to it.
Snaps in motion. On a quick slant that is off the hands of Deontay Johnson, the former Panther, who hears some jeers. Panthers remade the defensive front. First third down, they bring 4. Sanders, quick throw underneath. And that is going to be just shy.
Oh, can y'all take, look, listen. Can y'all tell me his Sha'Carri's mannerisms? Who does he look like? Who does he look like when he's playing, when he's out there being the QB? What other quarterback does he look like? Let's see if we're on the same page. What other quarterback, like his entire mannerisms, everything, from the way that he runs, the way that he jaws, the way that he passes, the way that he even does his fucking play actions, everything. Who does he look like? So who I think that all his mannerisms, I was thinking Tom Brady. Everything, mannerisms, the little jaw that he got, even when he running, he's just a little faster than Tom Brady. But yeah, I would have said Tom Brady at the end of the day. For real. He's still gonna start the season 3rd on the depth chart behind Flacco, and Gabriel Kenny Pickett gets traded. Yeah, I think so too. But what I will say then, what this does is it shines a light on how good he's actually gonna be. I think he's gonna be dope. I think he's gonna be fired this weekend. I said fired this weekend. I think he's gonna be dope. Because I think that he has this chip on his shoulder. Whether people want to believe it or not, being a 5th round, 144th pick, considering the fact of how good he was, his last year at Colorado, yeah, he gonna be playing with a chip on his shoulder, and yeah, he coming for blood. So I'm pretty sure eventually he'll probably get traded. He'll probably go to a different team. But then again, they may keep him there, but I don't think so. I think he's gonna end up getting traded. He'll probably get traded to the Raiders or some shit. For real. But overall, his overall performance on that game, it was good. Of course, jitters and shit like that, even though he said he wasn't nervous, but just little things, little kinks here that he's gonna work on, little minor details that he's gonna pick up on and get better at. But dude has a bright future. He has a bright future. So I'll pull up the locker room speech by the head coach after the game. He'll look right over Sha'Carri. Let's check it out. Let me look at it. Let me pull it up real quick. Give me a second. Let me pull it up. You said it was a Sha'Carri interview? Let me see. Let's see. see if I can pull it up on. But the head, you said the head coach, right? Okay, here we go.
Coach gave his assessment of Shador's performance.
The way Shador played, I'm pleased with the way the offense operated tonight. All things moving forward as we continue to practice, we'll be focused on all of our guys' development and getting these guys ready to play for the season.
Overall, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunity first. I'm thankful for being able to look in all those, every player that was out there participating eyes and like tell them like this new, this is a family. You know, we gotta change. You gotta know. So me coming here, you know, my vow is to definitely make change, and change was made. I was very thankful, very excited being out there with the O-line and everything like that. Like I was so thankful being out there with them receivers. Everybody did their part, and I feel like everybody believed.
Oh, I know they quiet right now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, fam. I'm sorry. Like I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see this dude in his years, man. See if you can find the one inside the locker room. Let's see inside the locker room. I don't see it. Let me see.
I started All Nation Restoration to help people. Chase for Business is literally what it says in the name. It is Chase for Business, where I can find everything I need in one place so we can help people get back to life.
All right, fellas. Hey, that concludes that block versus
This one?
Carolina. That compete block, that's it. And guess what? That block that we just got completed with that practice versus them with this game tonight, this football team got better. This football team got better this entire week by stacking these days, by competing versus them out there on the practice field, by competing versus them on the game field. 0 giveaways.
Bless.
0 giveaways. Okay. Special teams. Buki, takeaway. On defense, Nick, takeaway. Oh, So that's +2. You win football games when you're +2. That's a hell of a job. We have a ton to learn from this football game, okay? Whether you played this game or not, there's a ton to teach off of. There's a ton to learn from, and we will. And when we're going to learn, we're getting back late tonight. We're back in at 12:15 for a team meeting. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you know, bro, you know they ain't gonna give it to him. They ain't gonna give it to him yet. He gotta. They're in that position where he gonna have to earn that. He gonna have to earn that. I wouldn't even to be 100% fair with you. I wouldn't even expect them to give it to him. I wouldn't even expect it. Just simply off the strength. I wouldn't expect them to give it to him. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Because I still think they don't believe in him yet. I still don't think they believe in Shador yet. Even though he had a solid game. He had a solid first preseason game. Came out there playing like a starter. He really came out there playing like a starter. But they ain't gonna give it to him yet. So from here on out, everything that he do, yeah, they better watch out for that boy. They better watch out for Shador, dog. They better watch out for him because, boy, he is coming for blood. He is coming for blood. I'm telling you. He ain't going to be shit to play. Just wait till you see him in his 5th year. 5th, 6th year. That boy finna be nuts. Finna be nuts. Listen, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. So we're going to keep it on sports. We're going to keep it on sports, but we're going to pivot to a different sport. We're going to pivot over to basketball. Well, specifically the WNBA, because Candace Parker is going to explain basically why she gave Angel Reese a C tier ranking versus, you know, like an A or a B. Because I guess she got a lot of flack in regards to giving her a C tier, because again, Angel Reese, she got a lot of work to do. But you know, you can't say shit about the WNBA. You say anything wrong about how a player needs to improve, then all of a sudden they hating on you. So Candace Parker is gonna explain to Aaliyah Boston. You know, Aaliyah Boston is one of the is Caitlin Clark's teammate. She plays for Caitlin for the Fever. And so they're going to have that conversation. She's going to explain. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit that bell notification. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let's dive in, dog.
Trying a segment called Order in the Court. And I know we're not judges, but we have thoughts. And when we have thoughts, we're going to talk about it. It can be about basketball. It can be about life. It can be about everything. But Candace, you did mention that we're going to be taking some heat, talking about some heat on this podcast. And I feel like we should start with you. You recently went viral for your comments on Angel, people calling you a hater because you put her in your tier C rankings. What's your response to that?
Okay, for those, and mind y'all, Candace Parker wasn't no scrub. So even with the fact that she said that, how can you give her flack? Angel Reese ain't fucking with no Candace Parker. What are we talking about? Angel Reese ain't fucking with Candace Parker. Nah. Candace Parker was the big dog at Chicago. What's she talking about? Why they hating?
Those of you that don't know, I did a tier ranking, and I'm going to list the players. Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, Arika Gumbawale, Paige Beckers, Cam Brink, and Angel Reese. I was asked to tier rank them from S all the way down to D, I believe, or E. I think it was actually E. And
Angelo,
with that being said, I ranked some players in Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart as S. The rest kind of fell between A and C. For all of those that are commenting comments under random Instagram posts about me, I didn't even realize that I went viral for this until I realized when I was kind of getting alerts on my Instagram of people being like, you're a hater, all this and all that. To all of those, first of all, some are misinformed and uninformed. And I feel like in this day and age, we are right now, a majority of people probably have not even seen the entire interview because we have attention spans like goldfish. And so they probably couldn't sit through the entire interview. But I say all that to say that we have to come to a place in women's basketball where we can critique without being a hater. And I challenge all of you all to understand that I in no way, shape, or form am a hater. I am going to bring facts to the table. And with that being said, the facts that I want to bring to this table, and I challenge anybody to tell me, what player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Guess we'll wait for their response.
Oh, we're not going to. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna pose a question too. So I'm gonna rewind it back, and she gonna name all of the players. And I want y'all to think about Angel Reese and name any player that you're gonna take Angel Reese over. I'm gonna take it back.
Brianna Stewart, Caitlin. Okay, for those of you that don't know, I did a tier ranking, and I'm going to list the players. Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, Arika Gumbawale, Paige Beckers, Cam Brink, and Angel Reese. I was asked to tier rank them from S all the way down to D, I believe, or E. I think it was actually E. And with that being said, I ranked some players in Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, and Brianna Stewart as S. The rest kind of fell between A and C. For all of those that are commenting comments under random Instagram posts about me, I didn't even realize that I went viral for this until I realized when I was kind of getting alerts on my Instagram of people being like, you're a hater, da da da, all this and all that. To all of those, first of all, some are misinformed and uninformed. And I feel like in this day and age, we are very, right now, a majority of people probably have not even seen the entire interview because we have attention spans like goldfish. And so they probably couldn't sit through the entire interview. But I say all that to say that we have to come to a place in women's basketball where we can critique without being a hater. And I challenge all of you all to understand that I in no way, shape, or form am a hater. I am going to bring facts to the table. And with that being said, the facts that I want to bring to this table, and I challenge anybody to tell me, what player are you taking Angel Reese over of those that I just listed?
Uh-oh.
Guess we'll wait for their response.
Oh, we're not going to. Okay.
Because,
yeah.
So I'm going to pose a question again, chat. Out of all the players, because I played it back again, for all the players that Candace Parker named, which one would you take Angel Reese over? Which one? Which one you taking Angel Reese over? If you go and look at her game, because here's the thing. Hey, that's a fact. Listen, I think she was being generous. If you want me to be honest with you, D'Angelo, I think she was being generous by putting her on the list. Exactly. She was only there so she wouldn't piss people off. She was being a little bit politically correct. Because she probably would have got canceled if she didn't put Angel Reese up there, 1,000%. Because you see what Shaq doing. Shaq over there, Captain Save-A-Ho for Angel Reese, even though he signed her, she was a Reebok and all that. I get it. But that's a whole nother topic. But I'm not taking Angel Reese over now one of them chicks that she named. Not one. Basketball, Pam. And so if you've seen Angel Reese play in real time, you would know that she's trash. And those double-doubles that she's getting, that shit don't mean nothing because the Chicago Sky's still garbage. So them double-doubles don't mean a damn thing. Them 10 and 12s, it means nothing. You shooting 16% from the three-point line, so you definitely aren't effective there. But you're shooting 41% from under the basket. Fam, 41% from under the basket. We're not talking about mid-range jump shots. We're talking layups. We're talking post. Post up. Give me a move. Put the man in the hole. 41%. That's garbage. That's hot garbage. Because the phrase that she trademarked, I can't say it because you know what I'm saying. I don't want to say it because she trademarked it. But y'all know the phrase that she trademarked. Nah, fam. Missing, yeah, exactly. Missing key free throws, trying to take people one-on-one, getting ripped, getting her cookies took, trying to dribble the ball, can't dribble. Don't got no real post moves. She just got that, I'm just going to turn around, just throw it up, pray to God to go in, and I'm going to hustle to get the rebound and get it and throw it back up again. Hopefully I get a foul. Or pray to God to go in. Nah, we don't, nope. I ain't, nah, bro. Nope. I'm not taking Angel Reese at all. Not taking Angel Reese at all.
I'm sorry.
Call me crazy. Don't care.
But what I'm saying is, in what player, and this is no disrespect, these are the greatest players in the game right now. They asked me to rank the tier right now. And I sit in a studio at Turner with Shaq and Chuck, and some of which I think at times they do individually and personally attack people's character. And I think I pride myself on trying to be an analyst that does not do that. I do not attack character. I literally am just, from my point of view, from my opinion, this was the ranking. And so I ask again, are you taking Angel above Paige? Are you taking Angel above Arike? Are you taking Angel above Sabrina or Kelsey or Caitlin or Asia or Nafisa or Brianna?
Nope.
No, that does not make her a bad player. That does not make me a hater. Do I think she could be up there? Yes. Do I think she can be at S eventually in her career and her evolution and what she's added to her game from her rookie season to now? Absolutely.
Yep.
Is she there now? No. And this is in no way, shape, or form hating. So with that being said, I think in women's basketball, regardless of which way you go, if you say anything about Kaylin or you say anything about Angel Reese, you're going to get whatever side coming at you in comments and whatever. And
yeah, because my prime example, I just did an icebreaker video on the Jeff Teague situation where Jeff Teague said that Caitlin Clark is good, but she ain't that good yet. And then the coach for the female coach who's coaching in the Big Three for the Power, she attacked Jeff Teague like, oh, you weren't that great, you shorty. He just saying what it is. Like that's his opinion, but you coming at Jeff Teague as if Jeff Teague wasn't like that. What you mean? What you talking about? Yeah, he wasn't no LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, or no Jordan, but Jeff Teague was like that, especially coming out of Wake Forest. What are we talking about?
And most are misinformed. And so with that being said, I think we have to be better. And everybody has said this. We have to be better in being able to criticize and critique play.
Yep.
And not be like, oh, she's attacking and she's a hater. No, that's not the case. So anyway, yeah, order in the court.
One more question for you, though. Do you think that there's a lot more pressure because you say that we need to get to a point where we can critique without being a hater? Like, you think that just adds a whole lot of pressure on people that cover women's sports?
The evolution of women's sports and broadcasting has been difficult to balance because over time, you've had to protect and uplift this sport so much because so much of society has hated on it so much. And because of that, I think there has become this culture of not being able to say anything. Like when you're watching games and you're listening, and as a viewer, you see somebody make a not so smart play or a bonehead mistake or something like that. It's okay to acknowledge it. We don't have to.
I agree with you, D'Angelo. She like that. But I think what Jeff Teague was coming from is like, and this is just my perspective and how I look at it. I look at it as Caitlin Clark today is going to be far different than Caitlin Clark in year 7. Compared to where she's going to be in year 7, she just going to, compared to year 2 and year 7, she okay. Because I know her potential is a lot higher and she only going to get better from here. So her year 7 to her year 2, she all right. You feel me? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that she's garbage and all that. Hell nah. I rock with Caitlin. I like Caitlin Clark. You feel me? And anybody who try to talk about Angel Reese being better than her, they out they fucking mind. No, Caitlin Clark is like that. She is her. You feel me? But I think where Jeff Teague was coming from in that aspect is just, look, where she's at right now, yeah, she's good. But there's so much potential to her. Yeah, she all right, she decent. She got so much growth, she got so much work to do, and she only gonna get better from here. So yeah, I feel that. She said, oh, didn't know people even watch women. Is that why they make nowhere near the men? Yep, that's exactly why. And how come none of them dunk? Exactly, Pam. See, you talking that talk. Pam, they don't generate money like the men. That's why they don't get paid. Exactly. You gotta profit in order to get paid more. You can't operate in the negative and then ask for more money. Yeah, just because you may have made a little bit more money, you still in the negative. So you still aren't profiting anything. Just because you got a little bit more revenue, you still aren't in the green. You in the red. You can't make more money. You can't get paid more money because that shirt is kind of to be honest with you, that shirt could if it was like that, if it really was cutthroat like that, that shirt that they wore during their All-Star game, you know, pay us what you owe us, that could have backfired. That could have backfired because they already get paid more than what they should. They already get paid more than what they should get paid already. So if they say, look, you should pay us what you owe us. Okay. Y'all ain't getting shit. Now what you gonna do? Now you ain't getting paid no money. Now them OnlyFans, now you're gonna see a whole bunch of OnlyFans accounts. You're gonna see a whole bunch of OnlyFans accounts. You're gonna see a lot of chicks got their OnlyFans account. Cause you see what happened with what's her name? The chick E. Cambridge? When they got her about to leave because of Brittany Griner, supposedly. Because I think they did an interview on that. You know what? That might be a good topic. Ooh, that might be a good one. For the E. Cambridge situation and then the Brittany Griner situation. Then E. Cambridge, she ended up starting her OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. Yep, T. Cooper. Yep. So, I mean, if they want to play that game, then I promise you they don't want to play that game. A lot of them just talking. Me and my wife was just having this conversation. Wifey complaining about the salary. I said, go to the game. She said, no. Exactly, bro. Like, what you mean? So you can't fight for somebody if you ain't even supporting. How you gonna fight for something that you ain't supporting yourself? You can't. If anybody's supporting the WNBA, is mainly men. Men are the ones that's supporting it. Men are the ones that's going to the games. I guarantee you, y'all remember that object, that dildo that they threw on the court? I'm pretty sure a man did that. I'm 100% sure a man did that. They threw that joint on the court. And you think people want to come to a game when you play in a game and you get picked and your wig fall off, but instead of you just taking your wig and just throwing it and keeping the game going, you literally had to take the wig and run to the locker room? Don't nobody want to see that. Nigga, you supposed to take that bitch and throw it to the side and keep playing. Y'all in the media for stupid shit. Y'all in the media for dildos. Y'all in the media for wigs falling off. Y'all in the media because men are going back and forth and people like Shaq talking about he gonna punch RG3 in the face if he keep talking down about her. Y'all ain't in the media because some chick just went down the court, went coast to coast and just took off on somebody and banged that hole and boom. We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about a shorty just got put in the blender. Like, come here, pump fake, tween, pull up. You ain't in the media for that. You in the media for everything outside of basketball, outside of a basketball highlight. That's what you in the media for. Complaining about you need to get paid more when you ain't even profiting. What are we talking about? And then you get mad at one of the top dogs, Candace Parker. If you know, you know. Y'all calling her a hater because she's giving her actual critique and saying, look, she got potential, but where she's at right now, it ain't it. She got a lot of work to do. She a Draymond Green. And to be honest with you, I'm disrespecting Draymond Green by saying that. Not on purpose though. But that's the first. I'm disrespecting. I ain't gonna even say Draymond Green because he a champion. 4-time. Well, 4-time. 4-time champion. So I can't say anything about him. At least he's a contributing member. He was a contributing member. It may not be I'm looking for him on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, that was him. He was a contributing member. He was vital to the team. And Jerice ain't doing nothing to help the Chicago Sky. Nothing at all. They still trash.
say everything is awesome and everything is great. And so now when people are trying to really commentate the game from that level, then they're haters. And so I just think that society in general has an issue with everything and anything women do, and what we wear and how we carry ourselves and what we say and all this and all that. Everybody has an opinion on everything women do. Can we just focus on basketball? That's all I'm saying. And with that being said, I'm a big believer in if you're going to come to the table with a problem, you better come with a solution. And I have a solution. I have facts. I come to the table with facts. Now, whether you agree with those facts or whether you agree with my opinions, cool, but don't personally attack and call me something because I have an opinion.
Yep.
And so that has been something that has been on my mind, and order in the court needs to be established, because all these people that are commenting under my daughter's page about something I said is
they
wild.
can't help themselves. They go find your granny if they can.
But I mean, a lot of them, it's like they haven't even watched the interview. Like we speak so much now on stuff that we're so misinformed on because we're uninformed, because we just don't watch it. We just
it's just
read,
a bunch of clips.
Yeah, we read little clips.
10 seconds. Yeah.
And that's it. So anyway, what would I say to the people that are being negative out there? The same thing I said in the video, if you watched it, kick rocks. Moving on. Let's go. Let's go. With no socks on. With no socks or shoes or anything on. And you gonna get ashy kicking rocks. Everybody gonna make fun of you because you ashy and you need lotion.
Well, there we go. Order in the court.
Nah, I agree. I agree with Candace Parker. That's the problem. You gotta be okay. If you want to get respected in the WNBA as an NBA player, first and foremost, you're gonna have to come with that work. You're gonna have to be that dog. But nobody is above reproach. Nobody is above criticism. Even Caitlin Clark herself, she's not above criticism. Angel Reese, you're not above criticism. I don't give a fuck if Shaq is backing you. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna talk what we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk that talk. You feel me? And if you trash, you trash. I don't care about. There's nobody on earth right now walking around talking about, hey, yo, let me get them Angel Reese's. Ain't nobody talking about that. There's nobody walking around saying, hey, yo, let me get that Angel Reese jersey. If y'all really want, look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Listen, I said I'm always keep it a stack with y'all, whether you can agree with me or not. The only reason Angel Reese is getting the attention that she's getting right now is because of her attraction. The only reason people are paying attention to Angel Reese is because of the attraction. Now say I'm lying. Ain't nobody coming to watch Angel Reese because they want to see her hoop. They come to see her. They want to see how attractive she is in person. They want to see them tall, long legs with them shorts pulled all the way up to just before the crease on the cheeks. They want to see that. That's what they want to see. That's what Shaq was saying on her podcast. Look, you know what y'all can actually do. Y'all want to start getting that revenue up. You know what y'all can do. Shit, pull the shorts up a little bit shorter and drop the gold down just a little bit lower. Chicks in them shorter shorts and them short shorts, and y'all dunking, you're going to have more people coming in to watch that. She was laughing like, nah, you crazy. Like, nah, that's a fact. At the end of the day, niggas is horn dogs. Do y'all not understand? Listen, I had this conversation before. If y'all don't understand, if y'all had these women in volleyball shorts, like I'm talking about like the volleyball players, y'all had these hoopers in volleyball shorts, they can have the jerseys on. You know, the way that they wear the jersey or whatever, or the same type of uniform that the volleyball players wear. They had that on and they came in that bitch hooping. I guarantee the entire arena is filled. I guarantee it. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. But they don't want to listen though, because they think that they can compete. They think that they deserve something. And they, like, bro, you can't deserve something if you ain't bringing no money in. You got to bring the revenue in. You got to bring the revenue in at the end of the day. And no, you're not above criticism. If you want to be in the limelight, yep, you're gonna have to be ready for that criticism. There's gonna be people that's gonna talk shit about you. Keep it about the game, yeah, of course. Keep it about the game. But again, if you trash, you trash. That don't mean they're hating on you. And at this point, Angel Reese, trash. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Let me read some of these comments real quick. D'Angelo, I don't like what women do. Comment, they do the same thing to everyone. That's a fact. Uncle Earl in the freezer right now. Yo, 1K. We here. We here. We here. You feel me? We here. We are here. My boy J Ben, D'Angelo, you choose to be in the spotlight. You don't want to be criticized. Give the money back. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's just like me saying, listen, bro, y'all can't be getting on here saying that I'm crazy or I'm dumb or whatever the case may be because of my takes on different topics. Nah, I decided to put my face in the camera. I decided to put myself on camera. So therefore, I'm not above criticism. People gonna say whatever they say, like, man, this nigga crazy. This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. You know how people say, man, some people just don't deserve to have a camera. You know the shit that people say, but hey, guess what? The more you talk about me, guess what? The more I'm gonna be in the algorithm. So keep talking about me, whether it's good or bad. Keep talking about me. Talk about me. Keep my personal shit out of it. You feel me? That's all I ask. Keep the personal shit out of it. You can say whatever you want about me, though. It is what it be. Yep, kicking rocks to the men's game. Exactly. Exactly. And Dorsey, lock her ass up. Are you talking about Sha'Carri? For real, though. Lock up. I'm going to cop that Sophie Cunningham, though. Ooh, yeah. They on her. Yup, they on the Sophie bench tonight until she mess up. It's the controversy as well. That's true. That's true, bro. But also, it's a great tactic because guess what? It's going to bring more eyes. It's going to bring more eyes to the game because people want to see for themselves. Like, Dad, what's all this talk? Everybody talking about how Angel Reese is trash. I want to see what she really talking about. I want to see if she's really that good or that bad. So, of course, likely so people are going to want to watch the game. People are going to go. They want to experience it, myself included. I'm like, shit, I'm going to go to one of the Phoenix games. I'm going to go one of the Phoenix Mercury games. I'm going to go check them out. But Caitlin Clark got to be there if I'm going to go. If Angel Reese go there, I swear to God, I'm heckling. Nigga, you trash. I'm going to make sure I'm on the front row. Trash. Every time. Come down the court. Garbage. Give the ball up. On God. Dorsey, black women are delusional. And there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them that are delusional. Not all, but there are a lot of them. I think it's a lot of women in general, bro. If I'm being honest, it's a lot of women in general that are delusional. Nobody going to see that. That strip club is more entertaining. Mark is 1980. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At 1K. Yes, sir. Ski. Your opinion is your opinion. That's fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I'm just giving it from my perspective. That's it. Sha'Carri just needs a me in her life. What you gonna put her head through the dryer, bro? You gonna put her head through the dryer, huh? Mm-hmm. Guess what? You gonna be the one on the news. You gonna be the one on the news because guess what? Everybody gonna be champion Sha'Carri. You gonna be on the news. I definitely get talked about. That's why my channel named this. Exactly, bro. Whatever the fuck I want. Exactly. You gonna talk the way you talk. There's gonna be people that disagree heavily. There's gonna be people that do agree. It is what it is. That's just part of it. It is what it is, bro. At this point, that's why I stopped saying. That's why I stopped caring. I just say, you know what? I don't care what nobody. I really don't care. They can say I'm delusional. They can say I'm crazy. They can say I'm dumb. They can say all that. I really don't care. I'm still gonna show up. I'm still gonna show up. I'm still gonna show up. Real ones don't make it to the news. You say real ones don't make it to the news? Shit. Shit. And nigga, you talking about a black woman. Yep. You definitely gonna be on the news. If you ain't gonna be on the news, you're gonna be on somebody's TikTok story time and you're gonna go viral. You're gonna be on story time on TikTok. 1,000%. 1,000%. So look, let's go to this next topic, man. Shout out to Fatty, bro. Fatty making moves over there, bro. Fatty making moves over there with his channel, man. And so I came across this topic tonight. Well, actually, kind of last minute. I think this girl name is Tyranny. Girl named Tyranny and another girl named Melanin. I think Melanin something. They going at it about what a pick-me actually is. And so I thought it was interesting. And I want to actually listen to it because I haven't heard it. I think I listened like 5 seconds. I was like, ooh, this might be good. So I'm gonna put this in my topics for tonight and I'll make it like the last topic. So it's gonna be a little bit longer, but we're gonna rock out with this and I'm gonna get my thoughts and opinions. All right. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit that bell notification. And if you want to support the channel, link is in the description. Y'all should support the channel with the link in the description with the Cash App. Why? Why? Because we just hit 1K, dog. So if we would have hit the 1K before I went live, I would have turned on the super chats and the super chats would have been running up. You feel me? But we'll focus on that later. We'll focus on that later. But let's go ahead and get into this topic, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, link is in the description. All right, let's get to it, dog.
I got you for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of free time. Ah! It's time to do.
I'm going to start the clock, and I'm going to let Tyranny go first because she is the challenger. So let's see what she has to say. Quick opening statement, Tyranny. Don't need to go too long. Here we go.
Okay, well, my name is Tyranny, as you know, because most of y'all wish y'all could be, so you dream about me. I definitely believe that women are everything.
I give it this. I like her. I'm glad she got confidence. I'll give her that. Delusional confidence, but she got confidence. I give her that.
That we're supposed to be. This imaginary image of what a woman is cute, but we are just, recreated individuals of your great-great-grandmama. I believe that women that are mothers are amazing, but I believe that a man truly looks for a chase. And if you give it too easy, you're not going to get the results that you really actually want.
Cap.
But I'm not only here to defend.
That's cap.
Hardworking women. I'm here to stand on God's business as well. So, we're having a debate. At the end of the day, Melon is still my girl, but let's go.
Here we go.
It's time to do.
Melanie, opening statement.
Shout out to Fatty and Ali and the Untouchable Empire. Thank you for letting me be here. We're going to go at it. We're friends off of here, but right now we are in the ring. Women are not in their place. Women have no respect for men. Women don't even understand half the terminology that they use to describe women as far as pick-me's and other things of that nature. And I'm here to keep it in order.
Okay, so friends. Let's start with the first topic or the first prompt of the show. Should the man confide in his woman? Melanie, since Tyranny got the opening statement, you can start now. Should a man confide in his woman?
No, as a whole, men should not be confiding in their women. You should be able to have a male space that you're in that you can go to for those situations or things that you're going through. I don't believe in confiding in your woman. I think she's going to look at you as less of a man. I don't think that it's appropriate for a man to be seeking this type of guidance from his woman. There's a natural order and a natural balance to things in which we must keep. And going to your woman, confiding in her, crying on her shoulder, and things of that nature it's not normal. So no.
Tierney?
I believe that a man should confide in his woman. In the book of Proverbs, it explains that he that trusts in his wife ends up having an enriched life, and there's more than just crying on my shoulder.
He should ask her what does that actually mean? Because I guarantee you she is interpreting it in the way that she only thinks that it's supposed to be. That's why God also says, lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. Which means the Bible, it says what it says. It's not left up to interpretation or one's own way of looking at it or its own interpretation. You don't supposed to lean on your own interpretation of the Bible. It says what it says, and you're supposed to just get understanding by reading it. So I guarantee you she don't understand. I guarantee you she don't even understand the scripture. She probably only saw that little piece and she's like, you know what? This is a great time to use it. Because a lot of people always use just one part of a scripture, but they never talk about everything that led up to that part and everything after it.
And saying, hey, I want to come to you. Let me talk to you about this, which is something that a lot of husbands look for. They look for a woman that they can come to and talk to their problems about versus a homegirl that they can just, make some little statements here and there, but his homegirl is probably going to go back behind his back and talk about him, But when it's your wife, your woman, your lady, the mother of your, well, I'm not going to say the mother of your kids, but when it's your wife, when it's your girl, you should absolutely, absolutely feel comfortable talking to me and confiding in me. When a man is able to trust you, you end up getting his heart. And I know it's hard for a lot of us women to get a man's heart because a lot of men are like, I'm not finna trust in you women. But imagine that you become that space for him. Imagine you become that homeboy. He ain't gonna have to be out at the club at night. He's not gonna have to be calling probably cheating on his girlfriend homeboy to confide in just for him to give him some bad advice. But if he could come to you and be like, baby, this is what's going on at work. This is what's going on with my mom's, my baby mama. And, he sees that, damn, this girl is cool. I can talk to this girl. I can guarantee you have a longer relationship when your husband can come to you about anything.
Okay, well, first.
Wait, and where she get this data from? Where she get this information from? Where she get this information from? Where did she get that data from? That's what I want to know.
Men don't cheat. Men don't cheat. Sorry, I heard you slip that in there. And another thing that women have a problem with is wanting a man to make them be the center, his everything, the center of his everything. He's supposed to have weekends with his boys. He's supposed to have that time away from you. He doesn't need to be with you 24/7. And if he's trying to be up under you and with you 24/7, he's actually not functioning at his optimal level. Okay. And it's okay for him to seek your advice, ask your opinion, but confiding in you, what exactly are we talking about? I think I need you to elaborate on that more because he's not supposed to be confiding in you with everything.
So when you say, so when I say confide, I mean, like I stated, my mama getting on my nerves. My daddy wasn't there. My baby mama tripping. Work was overwhelming. My homeboy did some shady I want him to be able to come to me and talk about it because I feel like men need woman more than woman need man. So if
Back the goddamn shit! I'm tired of this motherfucking shit!
Man need woman and he can't go to his, he will seek outside attention. And to avoid that from happening, then come to me by whatever.
Okay, but the things that you named off about what you want him to come to you over is things that women do. And this is why our men are confused. This is why we have the feminine traits coming off of our men, because women are saying to come to me for these type of things. These are not things that he should be talking to you about.
Okay, so who do you want him to talk to them about?
His.
Okay, so she ain't listening. What do you mean who you want him to talk about? That's why it's important for men to have men relationships. That's why it's important. Wait, pause. Hold the fuck up. That didn't sound right. Hey, yo. No. That's why it's important for men to have friendships with other men, because a lot of times men understand what other men go through. So therefore you're able to have those conversations and you're able to talk about certain things that you may be going through, because some men may have experienced it themselves already and they can help guide you through that process. Excuse me, or they may be going through it at the same time as you, and you guys can talk each other through it and you can help guide each other through, and you can be you guys' accountability partner in that aspect. Or there may be a point where this person has gone through it or you haven't gone through it yet and somebody's warning you so you don't have to go through it, whatever the case may be. So yes, it's important for men to have male friendships. It's important. No, ladies, that don't mean you sassy, because y'all love to try to use that. Like, oh, well, why you with your homies? Like, that shit kind of sassy. No, it ain't. No, it's not.
His male group.
What if he don't have no friends? What if they all fake?
He has a brother. He has an uncle. He needs to find male spaces in order to get this out.
What the fuck she just say?
Woman need men. So if man, woman need,
not that type of woman, but the majority of women, if he starts coming to her with too many problems, what is the point of letting him lead me? If you're always coming to me to figure things out for you, why would I let you lead me anywhere?
Okay, so I like that statement. If you're always coming to me about things, then how am I going to let you lead? Well, that's the good thing and beautiful thing about a relationship, because leading doesn't always mean I have the final say so. Leading means in a relationship, let's figure it out together, and then I make that final say. But it's not.
He still make the final say. What the fuck is you talking about, bro?
Huh? I'm about to. What? I'm about to tell you. Stop sign. No, I said I'm. What stop sign, man?
I'm gonna do what you're gonna do what I say, and that's gonna be the end of it. That never works.
Who's the head?
Who's the head?
Yeah,
Christ. Christ is the head.
Okay, so outside of Christ, who's the head?
Christ, and then the husband.
Yeah. Okay, and then who?
And then the wife.
Okay, so you're asking for equality.
I'm not asking for equality.
That's exactly what you're asking for.
I'm just saying in relationships, it don't work if you come in and saying that you're gonna follow what I tell you to do. That doesn't work. Okay. The woman was
the man supposed to lead.
I mean, I think men need to figure that out, truthfully. But the woman,
man, you can't listen. See, this is the shit I'm talking about. She don't even understand what leadership is. That's why you can't listen to a woman when she talks about leadership, right? It's called good counsel, right? You come to a woman just to get a difference of a perspective, just to get a different idea to look at things outside of the way that you see it, just to make sure that you may be looking at, just to make sure you got all your ducks in a row, make sure your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed. Like, hey, I'm coming to you about this, so I need to get your perspective on this. I didn't say I need to get your decision. I didn't say I need you to figure this out for me. What I need to get a different set of eyes to make sure that I'm looking at things from a 360 point of view. So I'm coming to you with this problem, but I need to make sure I make the proper decision and make sure that I'm not missing anything when I make this decision. So, hey, can you give me some counsel on this? Oh, okay. So, well, the way that I look at this is if this was this is 1, 2, 3, this is A, B, and C, and this is how I look at that. Okay. All right, so you say it looks like this, that, and the third. It also it helps you get more clarity and helps you make a better decision as well. Okay, so if I look at this as ABC 1, 2, 3 instead of 3, 2, 1 CBA, oh, I can then get this solution. Okay, cool. I appreciate you. You still, as the leader, are going to come home and make the final decision. It's just like when you're in the office, your manager or the CEO, when you have meetings, they all say, listen, we have this project coming. Everybody, what are your ideas? Let's spitball here. Let's see what's going on. Give me your ideas. What do you think that we should do for this certain project? Well, sir, I think we should do X, Y, Z. Okay, that's a great idea. Something to think about. Okay, what about you? You got this idea? Well, I look at it from this perspective. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, cool. What about you? I look at it like this. I kind of look at how both of them look at it, but I kind of look at it this way. All right, cool. Then once the meeting is over with, you bring together all the ideas. You bring together all your ideas, and guess what? Who makes the final decision? The CEO. Now, you know what? After careful consideration of everybody's outlook and everybody's input, I have decided we're going to do this. Y'all heard that phrase, right? I have decided we are going to do X, Y, and Z. That doesn't mean you're not a leader. That's still a leader because he still makes the final decision. He still seeks counsel to make sure that he gets everybody's perspective, that he gets a well-rounded view before he makes the final decision. That's why you can't listen to her. That's why you can't listen to chicks like that, man.
The woman came from the rib, right? The rib is on the side. The woman didn't come from the backbone, the ass bone, or the foot. She came from the rib. So if the Lord pulled me out from your side, that kind of means that we're kind of on an equal playing level. Now you got your role, I got my role. Yeah. You take out the trash, I'll cook. But at the end of the day, we gonna come together and make these decisions. And
okay, but just I hate to keep cutting you off like that. So, but you're saying the woman came from the side. If you want to take it biblically, just speaking freely, woman was created because man was lonely.
Right.
You weren't in the original design. So how do you keep trying to be equal to him? And like, you're there to help him feel better. You were created because he was lonely.
Right. Yes. Man was lonely. God seen that he needs someone. So he made woman.
He made her. No, see, she missing something. Can y'all tell me what she missing? It's a phrase. See, she don't want to say it. She ain't gonna say it. What is it? Can somebody tell me? Because she's saying, oh, he needed a woman. Nah. He needed a helpmate. Help. Needed help. To help. He didn't say I needed an equal partner. Because if that was the case, he just would have made a woman just from anything else and not from a man's rib. So you come from a man's rib. You come from the man. You come from him. A piece of him is you. A piece of him. It starts with him. It comes and then you. That's why God made it. God, man, woman, child. God didn't say God, man, woman, and then child. It's God, man, woman, child.
We became there for our partners. We became the crown on their head. A good wife became the crown on her head. So when man was created, God realized that wasn't a good idea to make them by themselves. That's why he made us, because they eventually need us. That masculine and feminine energy together is amazing. But if you try to do it on your own, it's going to go left. It always does. Ask, what's his name? Judge Mathis. Judge Mathis just admitted that not too long ago as well. He had his wife, but he wanted to do him. He wanted to lead and do what he wanted to do. Now he's begging for her back. Okay, because he probably got advice that you don't need your woman. And the same friends that he was confiding in most likely led him down this negative path of losing his wife. Or he could have stayed at home, had good conversations, cooked and cleaned together, took care of the kids together, and then they probably wouldn't even be going through this.
A man is not meant to be cooking and cleaning.
Okay.
That's our role, though. Like
Okay.
everything that you saying, like it's you turning them soft.
Nah.
The thing
So
that
who
you're
was
asking
created?
for is not traits of a masculine man.
Okay, so who was created first?
Man.
So who was cooking and cleaning first?
There was no.
What the fuck was he cleaning? What the fuck was he cleaning? Tyranny. What the fuck was he cleaning? What the fuck was he cleaning? Tyranny. What the fuck was he cleaning? What the fuck did he have to, I mean, come on, Down syndrome. Oh shit, I'm so wrong. Oh my god. I'm wrong for that. My bad.
Cooking and cleaning where they were.
Adam didn't eat
and clean.
How did Adam eat?
From the trees and the things around him.
So he went and fetched his own food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
He fetched his own food. That's what men were, the hunters, right? So if he fetched his own food, he just grab and eat fruit from the tree. You ain't got to cook fruit. What the fuck are you talking about? The fruit grows from the tree. So you pick the motherfucker and you eat it. What the fuck are you talking about, Tyranny? And she thinks she cooking. That's the funny part. With her fucking Cisco haircut.
You're still proving my point. In the woman's absence, that's what he did. He didn't do that while she was there.
So
and just real quick, the whole reason why we're not even where we were is because she had him eating from a tree that he wasn't supposed to eat from.
And what did he do?
What did he do?
He made that decision. He led himself to eat something.
Unto the voice of a woman.
He led.
You hard. They see she cooking. He hardened. He listened to a woman, which then what? He also eaten the forbidden fruit. He ate from the forbidden fruit because how come? Can somebody answer me the question? Well, how come the serpent didn't approach the man and try to tempt the man to eat the forbidden fruit? Why is that? How come the serpent did not approach the man and try to get him, but instead he used a woman? He used a woman to then get Adam to eat the forbidden fruit. So why did he go to the woman? So why did the serpent go to the woman first instead of the man? Why? Because you know the serpent is deceitful, right? We know that, right? So we understand he goes for the weaker. He's not gonna try God's strongest warriors. He's not. He's gonna go for the ones who are weaker. The ones who are prone to flesh, the ones who are weak, who are fleshly weak. And in that case, who was it? It was Eve, the woman. So, I mean, I don't.
To the voice of a woman. So these conversations you're expecting a man to have with you, he's not supposed to be hearkening unto the voice of you. He can seek like an opinion, but nothing that you said is supposed to be the final say so.
Right. So with them eating of the fruit, that was temptation that got them. And most likely
it was
that
first.
Temptation
of
their homeboy. When they thought that they was cool with versus them talking amongst each other's first and being like, hey, maybe we shouldn't eat this apple. Maybe, Melanin, if they talked first together, they wouldn't have fallen into that pit. But
Who was tempted first? Who was tempted first?
I think who successfully got tempted first was the woman. Now, we're not saying that Adam wasn't tempted as well. But when Adam was tempted
by his woman, though.
Sure,
God gave him direct orders that he could do whatever he wanted. He had dominion over everything. Just don't touch this tree. He didn't stop obeying what God said until she got involved.
Yep.
This is really a good talking point on why you should not hearken unto the voice of your woman. Why speak her opinion, but she should not command or control what he's doing. He is the head.
So did they have that conversation together? No. They both went outside of themselves and did what they wanted to do.
Well, boy, she's so fucking stupid. Boy, she's so fucking dumb.
But if they would have said, hold on, let's talk first, let's figure this out together, most likely they would have avoided that temptation being brought into their marriage.
No, because first of all, God gave the command to Adam, not her.
Mhm.
He didn't have a conversation with her. He had it with Adam. Adam was supposed to obey what God said.
Right.
And he listened to her, which made everything go haywire.
Did Adam tell her
Ramen noodle head.
not to eat the fruit? Did Adam tell her not to eat the fruit? From what we read, Adam didn't say anything to her. Am I wrong? Adam didn't say anything. So if God told Adam not to eat the fruit, but Adam miscommunicated with his wife, then maybe that wouldn't have happened. But if Adam would have said, the Lord told me not to do this, and baby, we're not supposed to do this. And the scripture also says that Adam was right there with her. So
No, Adam was not right there with her. No, you're wrong. You're misinterpreting the Bible again. He was not right there with her.
if he would have,
Which is why, because you have to make it make sense, noodlehead. You got to make it make sense. If Adam was there in the time that the serpent tempted Eve, it wouldn't have happened. If Adam was there when the serpent tempted Eve, it wouldn't have happened. But Adam was not fair, which is why the serpent approached Eve, the weaker flesh, the weaker of the two. That's why he didn't approach Adam, because if that was the case, he would have approached Adam. Y'all ever, let me give you an example. I'll give you a basic example. Y'all notice how in some cases, how some women who really don't have the game figured out when it comes to cars, how they'll go to a dealership or they'll go to a mechanic, and the mechanic just get them on all kind of shit. Like, yeah, you need an oil change, you need a tune up, you need a new spark plug, you need an alignment, you need all this different shit. I'm talking about they just give you a laundry list of shit that you need when the man ain't there, telling you everything that you need. You like, you know what? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get that. But then when you get home, and then you come to find out that your man, you tell your man that you got all this shit done. It was like, all you needed to get was a tire change. Why the fuck you get all this extra shit? Well, the man said he gonna give me a good deal on it. He said that he was gonna give me a few percentage off on everything. So I just went ahead and I thought it was the right thing to do. Go ahead and get everything done. And now he looking at you like you crazy. Next time you ain't going by yourself. You know what? I'll take the car. Because you just spent all that money for no reason. I just got a fucking oil change last month. You don't need a new fucking oil change. I just did all that last month. Why the fuck you gonna do that? Same situation. Same situation with the serpent shit. He caught Eve slipping when Adam wasn't around, and then booyah, he got too. Because guess what? He ate from the forbidden fruit too, but he wasn't there with her when she got tempted.
talk again, if he would have talked to his wife, maybe they could have avoided that happening. But because there was miscommunication, they end up falling into the pits of the enemy.
I think if he would have listened to what he was told, regardless on what she was doing, things would have been fine. I don't want to take it too spiritual, but the point is he was given an order by the person he answers to. She answers to man, man answers to God. That's the divine order of things. And he's not supposed to be coming to you like, hey, we're equal partners. Everything I need, I should be getting it from you. That's not what a woman is designed for the man. And that's just how I feel.
Okay. I mean, okay, yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you. He should have listened to what he was told to do. But because of the lack of communication, they end up falling short. And that's how a lot of relationships end up failing.
But you're saying that they fail because women don't know their place. He doesn't owe you all of this conversation. When a man leaves the house, what he's doing when he's away from the house is none of your business.
Right. And that's why I'm never going to get cheated on, because it's going to be my business. If you leave this house,
that's y'all problem now. That's y'all problem now. You two focus on what he got going on instead of doing what you're supposed to do as the wife. Fuck what he got going on. He's out there making shit happen. You don't need to worry about that. What you need to be worried about, especially if you're a stay-at-home wife, the main thing you need to be worried about, make sure the kids taken care of, making sure that the house is taken care of, making sure you taken care of. Everything else that he's doing, he making sure he bringing the bread back home. He's making sure that everything is squared away on the outside of things. That you supposed to be making that house a home. That's what you need to be worried about. If you sit up here worrying about who the fuck he with, where the fuck he at, bruh, you doing too. You worried about the wrong fucking thing. Because one thing is for sure, two things for sure, and three things for sure. You ain't gonna be able to stop a man from cheating if that nigga want to cheat, he gonna cheat. Whether you agree with me or not, that nigga gonna cheat if he want to. And ain't nothing you can fucking do. There is nothing that you can fucking do. I don't know why a lot of people feel as if they need to have this control over. Shorty, you ain't got that type of control. You don't. You don't have that type. The only thing that you can focus on is the thing that you can control. You can control you. You can control how you operate. You can make sure that you are on your best behavior. You can make sure that you taking care of the household as you're supposed to. You are supposed to make sure that you love, admire, and respect your man. That's you. That's what you're supposed to do. You are the one that's supposed to make sure that you're nurturing your kids, making sure that you're teaching them right and wrong, making sure that they're respectful individuals. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Making sure that the house is a home. When your man come home, you greet your man. Hey, baby, how you doing? I'm so happy that you're home. I'm so happy that you're home. I missed you. Especially if he's out here grinding and he's putting in work. We ain't talking about, I'm not talking about the scumbag dudes. I'm not talking about the dudes who just out here bullshitting and they fucking around. They ain't really trying to get to the bag. They ain't trying to better themselves. I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about the ones who actually out here getting it, making moves, trying to figure things out, trying to make sure that they give you and themselves a better life and your family a better life, trying to put y'all in a better position. Those are the ones that you need to make sure that you are on your top tier. Because whether you like it or not, that man who is doing everything he possibly can, he's working on himself, he's building himself up. Guess what? He becomes a top tier man. And guess what? There's other women that's looking. Not saying that he's going to go out and cheat. Not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But understand, you in competition, shorty. You can be married. You can be in a relationship. You in competition. And you going to stay in competition. As long as that man stays as a top tier man, you're going to be in competition because other women want that, what you got. So don't take that shit for granted. Just because you there now, that you supposed to, that's when you need to make sure you on your A game at all times. Yup, you got to compete. Just like that man got to go out and compete, you got to compete too. Both of y'all got to compete.
House, let me tell you something. As sexy and adorable as my husband is, baby, I can have it too. So if you want to make sure that your wife ain't cheating on you, you better make sure that you ain't cheating on me. Okay?
That's well.
I don't believe in secrets.
Men don't cheat. Men don't cheat. Women cheat.
Okay.
Yeah.
She want to be equal so bad. It's not listen, ladies. Listen. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. The reason that it's not the same. A man would go fuck another chick and it's like taking a piss. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie to you. I promise you I'm going to be honest with you. It's not always the case, but most times. It's like taking a piss for him. When it comes to you, it takes emotion. You have to be emotionally there before anything physically happens. Your mental has to be there. In order for you to go and decide to cheat on your man, the emotions have to be there first. Then the physical follows. Unless you're a thigh pocket, then that's different. If you're a thigh pocket, then you're 304, then that's different. Because 304s, they're a different breed. But I'm talking about the actual women out here who aren't 304s. It takes emotion first. He got to tap into your emotional first. Once he taps into the emotion, then he get that. It's like, all right, well, shit. The emotion's there. Now, next thing that follows is the physical. Because if she's already cheated mentally, yeah, she gonna cheat physically for the most part. And that's the thing that what people don't understand. That's the shit that hurt me. It's like, damn, like it takes a lot. That's why it hurts men. Then I'm not saying they don't hurt women. I'm not saying that. But the fact that it doesn't take a man emotional, it doesn't take his emotions away. Because he understands, like, look, this ain't no emotional thing that's going on here. It's like taking a piss. And it sounds harsh, but that's what it is. I'm giving you an equivalence. I'm telling you, it's like taking a piss for him. Taking the piss, and I'm back over here. For the woman, when her mental's gone, she's gone. She's out of the relationship. She's already tapped out of the relationship. She's already gone. Ain't no coming back. Once her mental is gone, and that man gets her, it's over with. That's why a lot of men say, look, if he can get her, he can have her. If he can get her, he can have her. And that's why I don't understand why a lot of men be crashing out about it. Look, if he can get her, he can have her. Just got to understand that there's a lot that come with her. He gonna have to deal with that. That ain't my problem no more. Like, real talk. It ain't my problem.
What he's out there doing, he's in his natural nature doing it. And it's not for you to be trying to control what he's doing outside of the house. He has the house, he put you in it, manage the house in your duties.
Yep.
There's so much that you should be doing that's not getting done because you're worried about what he's doing away from the house.
Facts.
If you married a man of substance, what are you watching him for?
Facts.
What's
if
the
you don't
man?
trust that man when
Okay,
he leaves
hold
that
on.
house,
Let's stop there right quick. You said, what am I watching him for, right?
Yeah.
So what's the man's natural nature, you said? What's his natural nature?
To be a provider.
Okay. Provide for what?
His household.
His household. Is he supposed to be providing for Keisha's household?
If he has the means to do so, he can provide for however many households he wants to.
Okay. So do you feel that the devil tempting, or the snake tempting Adam, was that a bad thing if he's in his natural nature? Or do you think Adam also got tempted and did something he wasn't supposed to be doing as well?
What did he tempt him with?
The same fruit, I guess, that he gave Eve.
No, he was talking. That was Eve. That wasn't Adam.
But Adam was right there with them.
I don't care. That happened with Eve. So Eve had him do that. So
maybe the man is out of order.
Biblical semantics.
Maybe the man is out of order. Because again, Eve wasn't given any laws from what we read. From what we read, she wasn't given any laws. The man was given laws. And then the man went and did what he wasn't supposed to do. Let's remember, she wasn't given any laws from what you had stated. So because the man is going to do what he wants to do and gets tempted by who he's not supposed to be getting tempted by, which is most likely his homeboys, now you out there trying to feed my household and Keisha's household. So what you just said is, when he leaves our home, you can go and do what you want to do, but I'm supposed to be this stay fit, stay loving, do whatever you want me to do type of wife. That doesn't work. It's all about communication. Now, if you wanted to go out there and be flamboyant, tell me that in the beginning of the relationship. Don't tell your homeboys.
Something that's in a nature shouldn't have to be told. Men automatically understand that women are going to be emotional, that women are nurturers, that women should not be spreading their bodies far and wide. So men already know that. That's why they demand it as a requirement for the woman that they're going to be with. And women do not seek men that do not have that aura coming off of them that multiple women want or desire them. That's not who women go for. So go ahead.
Do you think that all men are the same?
In what aspect?
When you said that, they're going to work in their natural.
Yes, most men in nature are like that. Yes, they are. They'll tell you one thing. But then, yes, most men innately are like that. Most men are. Most men have a natural nature. If they're a man, yes, they do. They have that nature in them. Now, of course, when you get to the context and you get to the nuance of things, there are certain situations where some men like, nah, man, I just can't do it. I can't see myself doing that. But that don't mean that nature ain't in him. That don't mean That teapot can't be tipped over far enough. Don't let that shit fool you. Don't let it fool you. Because guess what? At some point, even if the nigga married, at some point, he was a hoe. At some point, he was a hoe. And it may got boring for him. It may be like, you know what, man, I'm good, bro. Like, I ain't got time for all that because now I've gotten to this position in my life where I've built a lot of different things. And so I got more to lose than anything. So I'd rather not put myself in that position. Did you ever think to look at it like that? So it may not be more of the aspect of, or shit, bro, like, nigga, I ain't trying to knock nothing off for real. Nah, they want to. They just understand that they have a lot more to lose.
Or habitats of being a male.
Okay, if you're talking about as far as a man desiring more than one woman, yes.
Do women desire more than one man?
Nope.
Only if she's had a lot of experience with multiple men. That's not a natural thing for a woman to desire multiple men.
Exactly.
You desire to have the same man multiple different ways.
Exactly.
But a man is desired to put his pee in multiple women, and you feel like most men are like that
and multiply.
Okay,
if he decides to
be fruitful and multiply. We are not. Listen, ladies. We are the same as a human being. We are human beings. We are Homo sapiens. Yes, we are the same. However, we are two different kind of Homo sapiens. We are the XY chromosome. You are the XX chromosome. We are not the same just in biology in itself. We are not the same. We are not wired the same. So I don't know why Noodlehead over here, Cisco, keeps trying to make it seem as if we're equal. We are not equal. God is above us. Man is above women and child. Woman is above child. That's why God said you have dominion over everything. Man has dominion over everything. Now, whether you like that or not, that's on you. That's your own personal problem. You need to go figure it out. You need to go talk to God. Because that's how he created us. That's how he made it. So go have that conversation with him. But you got to stop acting like we equal. We're not equal on any level. Not our physical makeup, not our structure, nothing. Nothing. We are not the same. We are not the same. No matter how you spin it, no matter how many degrees you got, we ain't the same, shorty. You can't do what men do, and men can't do what women do. We are not the same. That's why you don't have a dingus. We do. That's why you got those things called breastises. We don't. That's why it's okay for men to walk around with their shirt off with no issue, and not them walking around with them doing this when they walking around, or trying to do this shit when they walking around. That's why when y'all get out the shower, y'all wrap the top part of y'all body and not just the half. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. We ain't the same, dog. We ain't the same. We're not the same at all. No matter how you spin it, we are not the same.
Monogamous, this is his choice, not a woman's.
So is he communicating that with his woman when he first get with her? Like if a man first met you, are you expecting him? Okay. So if a man first meets you, Melanin, and be like, dang, you cute and whatever, you know, I like multiple bitches. Your response is, I mean, that's how men are.
He's not going to call them bitches, but this is not a conversation that we need to have with me. This is not really a good example for me because I don't require this type of conversation because I know a man's natural nature. We are not equal. He's meant to be fruitful and multiply.
I mean, I believe sin is sin. You could be fruitful and multiply with one woman.
What exactly is the sin?
A sin is adultery. And if you're
but you're talking about married. You gotta stay in one spot. Are we talking about married or are we talking about men in general?
Okay, so yeah, that's gonna change the dynamic of the conversation.
Well, because the person who said he who findeth the wife findeth the good thing, he had several wives. He had several wives. But marriage back then meant something different. But he had several wives. He said wife. So technically speaking, the woman that you inserted, that was your wife. That was considered to be your wife. I mean, you were supposed to take care of her, do everything that you're supposed to do as the man. Whoever you decided to lay down with. Whoever you decided to lay down with, she was your wife. So if 400 of them, you was hip thrusting 400 of them, guess what? You got 400 of them. 400 wives. Be fruitful and multiply. That's why you saw so many of the Bible characters. They had many different women that they had children by. Had a whole lineage from different wives, from the maid to the ex, to the sister, to the wife, to everybody. They don't want to have that conversation though. They don't want to have that conversation. They only take one part and they try to make it. They try to find it to make it fit their argument, but they don't want to talk about the entirety of it. They was out there being fruitful and multiplying. Multiple fucking wives. Hundreds of kids. Hundreds of kids. Yeah, they don't want to have that conversation though.
Because, I mean, I don't know. Are you trying to settle? So if I'm talking to someone and I want to settle down with them, then I'm talking about a man that wants to settle down. I'm not talking about a single guy that has a couple of females on his roster like Fatty. I'm talking about a man that wants to be settled down with a woman.
Okay, he can still settle. He can still marry multiple women.
Nah, that ain't gonna work.
But you're personalizing a general topic. I'm not talking about you and your individual situation. If a man has the means, he can have more than one woman.
More than one girlfriend?
More than one. He can be married to more than one woman.
Okay, and how did that work for Solomon? Did that work for Solomon? Because every man wants to use him as an example, but it didn't work. Actually, multiple women is what caused his demise. It's supposed to be one man for one woman and one woman for one man.
So then why do they have wives and concubines?
Because they hoes and they want to do what they want to do. But at the end of the day,
that doesn't make sense. But that's in the Bible. You can't.
Huh? I'm about to. What? I'm about to tell you. Stop sign. No, I said I'm. What stop sign, man?
Dog. She's being. Oh my God, she's being obtuse. Ooh wee, boy.
I don't like when people want to pick and choose what they want to bring up from the Bible.
Exactly.
If you want to bring up the Bible, you have to recognize everything that's in the Bible, which is wives and concubines. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that he has to only be with one woman.
Yes, it does. It does.
Yeah.
But you say you don't want to go the book of Leviticus 17:17, but it does say that. But okay, let's not use the Bible. Name one man that.
Let me see. She said book of. Let's go look at it. Book of Leviticus. The book of Leviticus. 17. 17. Let's see, 17, 16. What'd she say? What we? I don't see 7. I don't see no book of Leviticus. Okay, you better tell me something. Now that's book 18. Let's go back. Let me go back real quick. What she say?
I say that, but okay, let's not use the Bible. Name one man that you
from the Bible.
I can use the whole thing.
The Bible, you have to recognize everything that's in the Bible, which is wives and concubines. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that he has to only be with one woman.
Yes, it does. It does. Oh, you say you don't want to go the book of Leviticus 17:17, but it does say.
She said 17:17. Book of Leviticus 17. Let's take a look. Let's take a look, shall we? Okay. Hold on. There is no 17 in the book of Leviticus. It's 17:16. 17, but if they do not wash their clothes and bathe themselves, they will be held. So wait, hold on. So I'm gonna start from 13. Any Israelite or any foreigner residing among you who hunts any animal or bird that may be eaten must drain out the blood and cover it with earth, because the life of every creature is its blood. That is why I have said to the Israelites, you must not eat the blood of any creature, because of the life of every creature is its blood. Anyone who eats it must be cut off. Anyone, whether native born or foreigner, who is anything found dead or torn by wild animals must wash their clothes and bathe with water, and they will be ceremonially unclean till evening. Then they will be clean. But if they do not wash their clothes and bathe themselves, they will be held responsible. So I don't see anything in Leviticus talking about relationships or dating. She said the book 17:17. I don't see no 17:17. I see 17:16 though. I don't see no 17:17. Maybe she was talking about something else. Maybe she misspoke. I'll give her grace. Maybe she misspoke. Any Israelite who sacrifices on ox, lamb, or goat in the camp or outside of it, instead of bringing it to the entrance of the tent meeting to present it as an offering to the Lord in front of the tabernacle of the Lord, that person shall be considered guilty of bloodshed. They have shed blood and must be cut off from their people. This is the Israelites. This is so the Israelites will bring to the Lord the sacrifices they are now making in open fields. Okay. I don't know what 17:17 is. I don't know what that is. She making shit up in her head. I'm trying to give you grace, shorty. So I hope you put that in the comments somewhere. I hope you see this video and you say, look, I ain't mean to say 17:17. You know what I'm saying? I just was in the moment, so I kind of fucked up. I'll give you grace, but ain't no 17:17. And nor is it talking about relationships or dating. So I don't know what you're talking about, shorty. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't.
That. But okay, let's not use the Bible. Name one man that you know that's having a successful life with multiple women, that he's not lonely, that he's growing his business, that he
Cam Newton and Nick Cannon.
He's growing a family, and that the women on his life are happy.
I know several.
I'm not talking about men in Africa.
It's okay having
No, I'm not talking about men in Africa. I know several men in real life. They're not famous, so you wouldn't know them, and I'm not going to say their name, but it's very possible. The only reason why it's not going that way is because men are hearkening unto the voice of too many women telling them that they have to be monogamous. This is not the woman's choice. It's a man's choice, whether he chooses to be monogamous or not. If your man is being monogamous with you, then you're doing something right. Pats on the back. But most women, you guys are not up for the task that you think you are. A man is supposed to ejaculate at minimum 21 times in a month to avoid prostate cancer.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? Now let me rewind it back just in case y'all didn't understand that. Just in case, so y'all can understand. You can understand. So you can understand. Let me slide back just a little bit. Let me slide right.
Men, you guys are not up for the task that you think you are. A man is supposed to ejaculate at minimum 21 times in a month to avoid prostate cancer. I said this before, and the average woman is not performing on that type of level.
Nope.
Why you can't do that with your one wife? Why you can't communicate that with your one wife?
Because if he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. Like we're going back and forth on the same thing. My point is, if this is happening where it's monogamous.
What you mean? So a lot of women. Let's be. Are we gonna keep it a buck? We don't keep it in a book. So you got, here's what you got. Some women be on that Shark Week. So what's that? Maybe 3 so days. Then they got situations where a lot of things they're busy. They got a lot of things going on, especially when they deal with the kids. They got, especially if they're working too. Listen, bro. That shit sound good. That shit sound good. It sound good. But most men ain't getting it 21 times out the month. You might get lucky if you get it once. And nigga, you getting it, you lucky if you getting it twice a month. That's most men. That's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact.
This is his choice, not yours. And that's what women don't understand. You're out of order and you're out of place. You do not control verbally or through threats or through the government or through divorce and taking him up top for the things that he's accumulated from hard work by forcing monogamy. And that's what you guys do. You weaponize it. You don't sit up there and cook, clean, please, fit, feminine, friendly. You guys don't do that. You go through his phone. You want to watch
Are
it.
we talking about a girlfriend or are we talking about a wife? No, because it definitely matters. You cannot.
But wives get cheated on. Wives get cheated on. You guys perform top tier levels until you.
I just read this whole thing and I was on mute. Oh my God. I just read this whole thing and I was on mute. P. All right, so we're gonna go back. So I was reading. So what I was reading was what I'm guessing that tyranny meant was 18, like Leviticus 18. So basically, I read down, I'm all the way down to 18. So it says, do not take your wife's sister as rival and have sexual relations with her while having sex. Right? That's a relative. Do not approach a woman to have sexual relations during the uncleanliness of her monthly period, which means y'all know what that means. Shark Week. Don't do it. Do not have sexual relations with your neighbor's wife and defile yourself with her. Your neighbor's wife. Don't do it. That's somebody's wife. Don't do it. Do not give any of your children to be sacrificed. You know, y'all know that word. The M word. Don't give your children to be mul, for you must profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. Do not have sexual relations with a man, as one does with a woman. That is detestable. So, listen, LGBTQ plus community, it says it, Leviticus 18:22. Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. That is detestable. Don't shoot the messenger. That's in the Bible. Moving on. Do not have sexual relations with an animal. An animal. You know how some of y'all nasty. With an animal, don't do it. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. A woman must not present herself to an animal to have sexual relations with it. That is perversion. Don't do it. Do not defile yourself in any of these ways, because this is how the nations that I am going to drive out before you became defiled. Even the land was defiled, so I punished it for its sin, and the land vomited out its inhabitants. But you must keep my decrees and my laws. The native born and the foreigners residing among you must not do any of these detestable things. For all these things were done by the people who lived by the land before you, and the land became defiled. And if you defile the land, it will vomit you out as it vomited out the nations that were before you. Everyone who does any of these detestable things, such as persons, must be cut off from their people. Keep my requirements and do not follow any of the detestable customs that were practiced before you came, and do not defile yourselves with them. I am the Lord your God. That's what Leviticus 18 says. What the fuck is tyranny talking about? What is tyranny talking about? Because she said Leviticus 17, and it ain't have nothing to do with relationships in 17. So I don't know what she's talking about. Please advise. Please advise.
You get the ring.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me finish. If you're talking about a girlfriend and a boyfriend, they both have the authority to do whatever they want, because there is no set commitment. Hold on. There's no set commitment. But if you talk about a wife, that's different. See, and that's a lot of things that these men want to come on the panel and do. You want to say your man. That's no commitment. You're just my man. We're just talking. We're just trying to figure it out. But the moment you become committed to me, you better make sure that you can confide in me, or I can confide in you. You better make sure that she is going to be the only one, because you're going to lose her. This is what I'm saying. A lot of these men have these conversations with their homeboys. Yeah, man, I don't know. She getting on my nerves, man. She ain't cooking the way I want to. She ain't dressing the way I want to. But you can channel that energy, speak to your woman about that, and then your life will prosper and grow.
Why does he have to speak to his woman about her natural nature? You are supposed to be cooking. It is your natural nature as a woman.
I didn't come out the womb saying where the pot, where the spatula.
But you should have been raised in a house where your mama was telling you to do these things.
Sure, but I had to learn it. You have to learn that stuff
from your mother. So what if
my mother doesn't know?
By the time you get married, then it's a line of failure.
What if my mother doesn't know how to cook?
It's a family tree of failure. That's what I just answered.
So if I
family
can't
tree
cook,
of failure.
do
If
you
your
know
mom
that there
can't
are
cook and you can't cook, it's a family tree bloodline of failure.
Okay. Do you know that there is more men in cooking school than there are women? So
What
this
does that
has to do with this false narrative that a woman's supposed to just know how to magically cook. That's what I'm saying. It's the communication between you guys and saying, hey, I'm not that good of a cook. But if he says he is that a failure? Is that a failed relationship?
It's a failure on you if he knows how to cook very well and you don't stand there and watch him to learn how to make the things he knows how to cook for
That's
him.
great.
He's not meant to be over the stove. If he chooses, it's his choice. But making that his obligation is out of order.
So
what is the point of you being there if he's cooking and cleaning and doing all of this? What is the point of you?
I mean, maybe I offer more to him than just cooking and cleaning.
Name them.
No, personally or just in general?
General.
In general, a woman could be his secretary. A woman can know how to, man, got stuff going on. So she's going to help him. Okay, babe, I got you. Let me take some weight off of you. I'll do this. You can do that. Okay. I mean, a woman can bring him closer to God. Really, women absolutely bring men closer to spiritual. Absolutely.
She don't know what the fuck she's saying. She's stumbling over her fucking words. I guarantee you, if she said what the man was to bring to her, I guarantee, with no hesitation, with no fumbling, with no stuttering, she gonna say everything. But she don't know. She don't know. She just talking. Shorty, you are help me. If we're gonna be honest, at the end of the day, you are help me. That's what you are. That's what you are here for. That's what you are here for. You are a help me. That's why God gave him his real. So yeah, he was lonely, but at the end of the day, you are his help me. You are supposed to thrive together. At the end of the day, he is the head. He is the lead. You follow his lead. You follow his lead. You're not his equal. Sorry. You're not. God made it that way. Man didn't make it that way. This isn't some what do y'all call it? What y'all call that shit? What the fuck is the phrase? The shit that they made Christmas and all that. This ain't what that is. This is God. This is God himself. This is how he made it. This is how he made the hierarchy. God, man, woman, child. That's what it is. You trying to revamp it, flip things around, switch things up because we're in this fleshly world now. You think that you're equal to men because you're getting a college degree, so you think that you deserve to be on the same level as a man. It don't work like that, shorty, because your degree ain't got shit to do with nothing. Your psychology degree ain't got shit to do with nothing. If the world go to shit, your psychology degree ain't gonna help nothing. It ain't gonna help a goddamn thing. And it damn sure ain't helping nothing now. Great, you got a psychology degree. You like to read people's minds. You want to sit on the couch and be somebody's shrink. That's what you want. No. Somebody said, Dirk, you're tripping. Bro, for real though, bro. Like, man, she wild.
It's already out of order. You're not supposed to bring him closer to God. He's supposed to be answering to is God. How are you bringing him closer? You answer to him. He answers to God. Through him, you get to God. You're not supposed to be. It's out of order. Now, if you want to do that work, that's on you. But you can't put that chip on your shoulder like, oh, through me, he's gonna get to God. That's out of order.
That's not a chip. That is me tooting my motherfucking horn. Hey, like the guys.
See, she thinks she. Oh, I get it. She thinks she above the fucking program. She thinks she bigger than the fucking program. That's what she thinks. She thinks she bigger than the program. She thinks she bigger than God. That's what she thinks. No, real talk. She thinks she bigger than God. That's what she thinks. She think that she's so dope. She think that she's so all that in the bag of chips that she said, I can will my man to believe in God. And that ain't no chip. That's my confidence because I know who I am. Girl, you better sit in your goddamn place. Listen, I ain't gonna personally attack you. I did already because I talked about your haircut and all that shit. So, but but this shit that you talking about right now, you out of pocket already. You're out of pocket. You're out of pocket. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Used to say on this, what can you offer? Right now, I'm saying this is what they say. What can you offer? I've seen it on Pop the Balloon. What can you offer? So if every single woman down the list said, I can offer the coochie between my legs, none of them is going to get chosen.
If it's not virgin, you ain't offering up nothing but something that's you.
Okay, sure. But if every man, because a 35 plus old man, a real one, ain't looking for no virgin. There's no experience there. There's no experience.
Men want women without experience. You can't speak. Men don't like women with experience. That's why most of the time
them niggas take, man, listen, bro, y'all ain't finna gas. She's not finna gas like me. A 35-year-old man would gladly take a chick who ain't ran through. Them old niggas who be saying, man, look, man, I want me a chick that's got, you know what I'm saying? She gotta have a little experience, bro. You know what I'm saying? She got, man, listen, them niggas talking that shit because they understand they probably won't even be able to get no fucking virgin. That's why they talk the way that they talk. Them nasty ass, freaky ass niggas talking that shit. Most men wouldn't mind having a fucking virgin, or at least a woman who don't have a lot of bodies. You're not finna gaslight me, bro. You not. If a man had the opportunity to choose and say, look, I want that 24-year-old who ain't got a lot of bodies versus that 36-year-old who got probably 20 plus bodies, I'd rather take the 24-year-old. I'd rather take that 24-year-old. Why? Because I can give her, she's gonna experience me. So anything that she probably could have experienced with multiple guys, she gonna experience it with me. The lifestyle, all of that shit, she gonna experience it with me. Which is why a lot of men don't mind. A lot of men wouldn't mind dating younger, but because of the world that we live in now, you got a lot of women out here who trying to scheme and come up off of niggas. They don't want to date the younger chicks. If we gonna keep it 100, let's keep it a buck. If shit wasn't the way that it was, if rich men knew that, like, look, if I went and got me a 24-year-old and I know that this chick she ain't just here to try to get me caught up or say that I did something with her, or, you know, kind of Shannon Sharper, you know what I'm saying, did some Shannon Sharp shit, and she really a solid chick. She ain't got no OnlyFans. She ain't out there in the public like that. All of that shit, and she really want a solid relationship. She want to get married, and just so happen to be you, and you an older cat, and you got money. Guarantee you, bro, she locked the fuck in. And she a traditional chick, she locked the fuck in, bro. Like, you're not finna gaslight me, dog.
Men that are 30 and up don't like the women in their age because based off all of that experience, you're acting out of order. You cannot be molded. You do not listen. You think you're in charge.
Melanie, there is no way that a man don't want a woman with experience and then tell her she's acting out of order. It is only through my experience that I understand my order. Okay? But if you were How,
Tyranny? So, Tyranny, let me ask you a question. Somebody needs to send this to him because I want to ask her this question. Tyranny, so you telling me your experience is what helps you understand your order. That's what you're telling me, right? However, what about the person who doesn't have the experience, but they see somebody who does have the experience? Why wouldn't they want to learn from the person who has the fucking experience? Which would be the fucking man. This woman who don't have much experience, but she's going to learn from the man who has experience. He's done these different things. He's been these different places. He's built himself up to become this successful individual, this top tier man. He can teach her some things, which is what a man's supposed to do. Why? Because he's a fucking leader. So why would he want somebody who's been ran through? Why would he want somebody that has experience? Why? Because guess what? She's not going to be as agreeable. She's going to always have something to say. Look at Tyranny right now. She don't even know. She don't even understand what leadership is. She wants to put a tracking device on her fucking guy. She want to know where the fuck he at all the goddamn time. She too worried about what the fuck he gonna do, or if he gonna cheat, instead of focusing on her duties as a wife. Why would they want, like, what are you talking about? What are we talking about right now? You jumping all over the place. You jumping all over the place, Tyranny. You jumping all over the place. Jumping all over the place. I don't like it.
You were a woman that got married when you were young, and you're divorced. You probably missed something. You messed up on something. Now,
the home upbringing.
Sure.
You're probably a married woman who had a mother that wasn't a wife.
Sure. So let's say that. Let's say that I was raised in a bad upbringing. I got married and it failed. Now, through my experience, I know how to be a better wife. So when I get with him, I'm going to have everything that I need to do better in this next one. So why would a man go for a woman that he don't have no experience with versus a woman that know what she's doing?
So because why should a man have to settle for a woman where other men have already bent you like a pretzel?
Okay, Fatty, did you want to go that to the next
them all
question?
down your throat? Why should a man? I'm not saying that if a man chooses that, then okay. But to make that be the standard is ridiculous. He should be able to get to mold something of his own in the way that he sees fit.
And a lot of them
have a womb. He should be able to have a womb that hasn't been used. The holy portal. We carry the womb, the universe within our womb. He should be able to plant his seed in a womb that isn't broken down.
And a lot of them do, and they mess up. A lot of men get that virgin woman and they mess it up. Usually when women give up their virgin to a man, they get clingy. They want to hold on to them, they want to keep them. And then the men end up saying, this coochie felt too good.
Is she giving her virginity to her husband?
You saying husband?
Yes or no?
There's a difference between husband.
That's why she moving the goalposts. That's why she's saying it. Is she giving her virginity to her husband, or is she just giving it to some guy that she liked or claims that she loved? That's the difference. That is the difference. Because 9 times out of 10, if this woman was a virgin before she got married, then she got married, then decided to have a baby and break her virginity, the chances of her leaving is slim to fucking none. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. But see, y'all want to have that conversation.
And a boyfriend.
You're not supposed to be fucking your boyfriend.
I can guarantee you, all of us, on every woman on Fatty's page right now didn't wait till marriage. I can guarantee you that.
Don't do that.
I can promise you, every single woman on this.
But I'm talking about in general.
I'm not good at cutting people off. So, like I said, a lot of men get that vagina. They get that virgin. And then they mess it up. So
he got a virgin because she was probably raised, more than likely, in a single mother household.
What if she wasn't?
That's not the majority. You're talking about anomalies here. Majority, most girls that are sleeping with men that are not wed, raised in a single mother household. And let's say it's not a single mother household. That could have been a mother with your ideology that wants to watch her man all day instead of develop her children. You should have been teaching and telling her the things that she needed to know to not end up on her back without a ring.
Okay, so what if you give it up to your virgin husband and he still mess up? He still want to go out there and see what else he can get because a lot of men are greedy.
That's his nature.
That's his nature?
It's his nature to desire more than one woman. I don't know how many times I got to tell you that.
I don't think that low of men.
Men that have a virgin woman, they're going to try as best as they can to fight their nature. Because you came to me virtuous.
Okay, I don't think that low of men. I actually think men can do better.
I'm done. She pissing me off, man. She gaslighting now. She gaslighting. She doing way too fucking much right now. Way too fucking much. Tyranny, you took an L on this part. You took an L. I didn't listen to the rest of it. You took an L. At the end of the day, you don't understand me. You don't understand men at all. Now, I don't know your personal situation, so I'm not going to talk about your personal situation. But however, based off of my assumption, based off of how you're talking, and I could be 100% wrong, and I'm objective enough to know that I'm wrong. If you can tell me like, look, bro, you wrong, I'll say I'm wrong. But based off of how you speaking right now, based off of how you moving, I don't think you have a man. I don't think you have a man, and I can be 100% wrong. You can see this video and be like, you know what? You all the way wrong. I'm like, you know what? I was wrong. I just made an assumption based off of what I heard from you and what I see. But all I'm gonna say is this. I feel bad for the man that's gonna be with you. And I say that respectfully. I say it respectfully. Because you think that you need to be in control. You think that you need to have a say-so. You want a man that's going to bend to your every request. You want a man that's going to revolve his life around you instead of you revolving your life around him. You aren't going to get a leader of a man the way that you talking. You aren't. You can talk about what you know about the Bible and all of that. No, you want a man that you can control. You want a man that you can tell him what to do. You want a man that says, hey, it's a happy wife, happy life, whatever she say. Look, bro, she run the household, bro. She run the house, bro. Whatever she say goes, bro. It's on her, bro. Nope. That's what you want. You don't want a man that's gonna tell you, look, be the fuck quiet. Who you talking to? Who you think you talking to? You ain't gonna be the one that's gonna love, admire, and respect your man. Because mind you, a man don't need to speak to you disrespectfully for you to love, admire, and respect him. Because that's just how he carries himself. You already know who he is, and you won't disrespect him. You won't even fix your lips to disrespect him. Because you understand who he is as a man and how he moves. And you know he don't play like that. So you won't even get, so the thing with you, I don't know who you need to talk to or who you need to get away from. But your way of thinking, Tyranny, ain't gonna get it. It ain't gonna cut it. It ain't gonna cut it. And I try my best, and to be honest with you, Tyranny, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what? No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna attack you like that. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if I'm tripping, bro. This was a longer one. I said it was gonna be longer. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification. If you want to support the channel, the link is in the description as well. Listen. Yo, we are finally at 1,000 subscribers, dog. 1,000 subscribers, man. We finally hit it. So because we hit it during the live stream. I'm gonna host pretty much a live stream party on Tuesday with Banter and Barter. All right, with Banter and Barter. So with this, I'll give y'all a little bit of what I'm thinking in regards of what we're gonna do on Tuesday. I want it to be a little bit more free for all, meaning y'all comment on what topics y'all want us to talk about, and then we'll talk about those topics. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep it to 6 topics. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one's the best topics, y'all send it in. Send it to the email that's in my descriptions. Send it to that email. If you want to, if there's a specific topic you want to talk about, send it to the link. Send it to the email that's in the description. I'm saying it again. Send it to the link that's in the description. Send it to that email. And then we'll go based off of that. And then, we'll have, I might do a Cash App giveaway. So just for y'all, I'm tapping in with your boy and showing love. Cash App giveaway, some different things. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. But hey, I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all for tapping in with your boy, man. And until next time, dog, I'll holla.